What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to the show. Jake Shavink here, and I am joined by a special guest on Draftmas Eve, as we're gonna coin it on the show tonight.
I like it.
I got Drew from Couch Potatoes General Manager. Drew, you want to introduce yourself real quick and just let the people know where they can find all your stuff and
But
about the
yeah,
awesome stuff you got going on. So,
you said it, man. Couch Potato General Manager is the YouTube channel. Go over there, subscribe. It's me, Headley, and Juice. You can find me on Twitter. I don't even know my handle because I made this up so long ago. Let me find my own handle, man. Let me see here. My handle is at S1RD3W. And then you can find the CPGM, as we call ourselves, CPGM Drew, CPGM Headley, CPGM Juice. Our handle for Twitter is CPGM NFL Draft. Or you can just type in Couch Potato General Manager, NFL Draft, and it should pop up, little green symbol. We've been doing this for, I want to say, more than 6 years, 7 years. It might be 10 years. It might be longer than that. We are just trying to figure it out, man. We didn't know what we wanted to do. We know we wanted to talk football. And I think for the past 3 years, we kind of settled in on the NFL draft. I think that's our love there. We'll have content coming out consistently. We do mock drafts. We do summer scouting. I'm not sure when that's going to start. Maybe in about a month or two. We'll start picking up for this college football season coming up. We do a lot of scouting in terms of players, just reviewing players, trying to figure out where they fit, for the next season. So this NFL draft is going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun.
yeah, they got a mock draft for everybody out there, I believe. I know for most of us, listening on the channel right now, they do have a Green Bay one. It's really good. Just go check that out for sure. They put their own spin on it, and that's the way they should be doing it, right? Put your own flavor on it. Don't be like me, who has to say like, oh, they wouldn't do that, dude, blah blah, and be boring. That's less fun. But we are. Mitch says already the Packers trading up with Denver. I don't. That's a long way to go. It's a long way to
That
go.
is.
But we'll probably get into some trades, I'm sure, as we get through this mock. Hey, Dana, how's it going?
What's going on, Dana?
All right, so how we set this up, we're going 2 rounds. We're going to split conferences. I think it's just easier than going evens and odds. We kind of talked about that before. That'll just get kind of jumbled because, you got, a couple teams with picks that it's going to be all over, especially in the second round. It's going to be utter chaos. So we'll split the conferences. That means that Drew has his Bucks, but he also has the Packers. So it's not on me. So you got to yell at Drew if the picks are bad for Green Bay. Nah, I'm just kidding. We'll chat. You and I will help him out with some of the Packers picks if he asks for it. But yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's dive in here, shall we? Got PFF up. Only because I feel like this is the easiest simulator to do trades if we need to do it, because you can just hit that nice little force trade button.
Yes.
Which is really helpful. So chat's filling up. There's a lot of Cooper to Gene, and there's some people who want to Gene Drew and some that don't at all. So you're gonna have to mess with that if he gets there. All right, so you have, it looks like the first 2 picks. So you have Chicago to start, and then of course Washington. So what's Chicago thinking here at the top?
Yeah, I mean, Justin Fields out the door. It's an easy decision. It's Caleb Williams all day long, man. It's not even, surprised they didn't do the Andrew Luck thing where they already got him signed, ready to go, just as a formality, right? And I think Jay Daniels feels the same way about going to Washington too, by the way. I think he's a little camp's a little upset. They think that's, but let Washington do their thing, man. Got to do their due diligence, man. Let's not rush this thing, but I think for Commanders, I'm going to go with what I'm hearing, which is Jaden Daniels. But for CPGM, our number 2 quarterback is Michael Penix. But we can roll with Jaden Daniels here.
Okay, yeah, I think I personally wouldn't take Jaden either at 2. I agree with you. I think for me it's May. I think it's. I do think the fit is fine there because May has done the air raid stuff that Kingsbury's probably going to gonna run with, and like
over there.
he did it with Longo in 22. But yeah, I agree. It just seems like Jaden's gonna be this pick, and with PFF you have to scroll a long way, so I'm just gonna go to QB because he's 21st on the board here, which I'm not mad at that ranking, honestly.
Right.
I don't think that's a bad spot to be ranking him. But there you go. Jane Daniels goes second to Washington. Yeah, this is pretty chalk. I don't know if I even. I got the Patriots here. Oh, this is funny. Josh Schmidt, don't let him not pick the right player at 25 so you can get his player at 26. That's good. Love that.
I forgot they're next to each other.
Nah, I would never
do that.
Put the pressure on. No. I think I know at least by listening to you guys a lot how the Bucs might be attacking things. I think it might be slightly different than what Green Bay is doing. I think the positions might just be a little different, especially in the first. I don't like this at all. What we've heard the last couple hours is right here. Brugler's been talking about it. Others have mentioned it. I'm concerned.
I'm concerned.
I'm concerned if this is like, I think, Drew, do you think like this, if they take McCarthy at 3, are they sitting him the whole year? Like,
so this day and age, I mean, so I'll say this with Gerard Mayo running the show there. I don't know what to expect in terms of what they'll do. He may just go back to old school. We draft him, we sit him, right? I think that's the best case scenario for JJ McCarthy on most teams that would draft him. I think that's probably best case scenario, but I don't know, man, this new day and age where you got to play because, they we are selling his jersey. We got to make the money. We got to have him out on the field. We want to see him play. We want to see what it looks like, even if it's bad. I just don't know, man. New England's kind of that's a true mystery to me when it comes to the quarterback position or just anything that they're going to do. Cause it's a new coach. If it was Belichick, who knows, but I have no idea with this team, man. It's kind of up in the air, flip a coin.
Yeah, I'm not going to take McCarthy for this team. I'm going to take Drake May. I like Drake May a lot better. I would even still consider, we were talking about this a little bit before we went live, I think I would consider sitting him as well. Don't throw him to the Wolves. Defensively, this roster's okay. Yep. Offensively, there's a serious problem. They have a lot of things to fix.
Yep.
So, like, I understand if they want to move off this pick tomorrow, but I think you get 2 years worth of investing in O-line, investing in receiver, and then you trot him out there next fall in 2025, and I think you'll reap the rewards. I really do. So I'll go Drake May at 3.
Yeah, and I
up
think
with the Cardinals.
I think too, if it, not to say he's not this player, but in terms of, well, I'll say it this way: Patrick Mahomes sat, right? And look what that's turned into. Right now, he has one of the best offensive minds in the game and one of the best defensive minds in the game as coaches. But sitting a player is something that I think more teams have to, especially the quarterback position specifically. I think that's something more teams are going to have to start thinking about because I think it's more of a benefit than it's something that hurts them. So, but who knows? Who knows what happens? But Arizona here, we got to do the right thing. It's one of the top 3 wide receivers. It's, Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, or Rome Odunze. For this specific team, I'm going Marvin Harrison Jr., man.
Okay, there you go. So Marvin Harrison, the pick at 4. Yeah, that's a huge boost for that team immediately. And like, I think offensively, they got some fun stuff going on, and that just creates more stress because they run the ball well. They got Trey McBride down there. Now you throw in an alpha you can go to out there. Now teams have to respect that. I think they could get really, really fun this fall. So I'm calling you as the Chargers and asking if you as Minnesota would like to potentially move up to this spot to snag McCarthy. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, cool.
I think that is the team.
Perfect.
Come right up. Perfect.
They're perfect. They're interested. This is exactly what we needed here. Yeah, they know. All right. I'd probably, as the Chargers want 23, I won't twist your arm for a 2025 one.
No, you could do it.
Yeah, all three.
Yeah, I think you could. Yeah,
All
let me
three.
see.
Kick back at 110 or something like that.
Yeah, let's do that. I like that.
Okay, 11-23 and a round one in 2025 for 5 and 110. Yeah, we're forcing the trade. Love that part about this.
Yes, make it easy.
Yeah. Okay. So the Vikings
Yeah.
are up now.
Yeah, we're gonna go get our quarterback. Let's
Okay.
do the right thing here, and let's go get JJ McCarthy. This is the one team that I think that he may not sit for because of the system that they're gonna run there. I think it fits him perfectly. Hit the ground running, or maybe not running, maybe kind of trotting, and then at some point start to run. But yeah, I think this is the one team that he would, I would be okay with him not sitting on the bench and just going out there and play, because I think he's one of those guys that I just want to see him play more, play the quarterback position more, and stop handing it off, man. I know that's what won them the national title game. It's just frustrating to watch that every Saturday.
Yeah, well, they got Packer fans' favorite, potentially one of their favorite players ever that he can hand the ball off to now, and Aaron Jones. A lot of play action. I think that offense can be exciting. Do you think this, Drew, is the best environment for any of these QBs? Is Minnesota, of anyone who's picking early? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just they're the pretty much the foil of New England right now. Offensively, looks really nice. Defensively, there's a lot going on that needs to be fixed over there. New England, the complete opposite. But it's okay. So we're going McCarthy at 5. That brings up the Giants. You're making a lot of picks here with these first 6.
All in a row. But it's all good. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Michael Penix here for the Giants.
Okay.
Daniel Jones is out. That's done and over with. They'll eat the money. And we're going to go Michael Penix, man.
Okay.
I'm hearing Bo Nix is probably going to go in the first round early as well. Whether he goes, I'm not sure. Maybe the Broncos will see. But Michael Penix to the Giants.
All right, there you go. That is couch potato general manager stamped right there. Yeah. That is that flavor for that pick. I would have a hard time passing on Malik Neighbors, but I understand. You got conviction. Daniel Jones isn't the answer, right? Yep. Plus, he's coming off injury. That's a whole situation that you're going to have to deal with. This is really easy for Tennessee. I think Tennessee, Drew, they're hoping the Chargers move back, because I feel like the Chargers could easily take Alt at 5 and not bat an eye because of who that organization is right now. So they are so pleased at this point that the Chargers move down so that they can just go grab Joe Alt. Like, this is
that's
stamped
match
in.
Made in
like,
heaven.
Goodness. Yeah. I mean, I had reservations. I went to the front of the congregation and and repented for that after what I said at the early last fall with Joe Alt. Had a lot of questions. Man answered the bell, and he is as dominant as it gets. Easy. Alt and Skoronski. And then you get Ridley. You have you have a really nice support system there for Will Levis. That's like Burks. I feel like that is kind of how you guys were describing Green Bay last year when they were going to get all these tight ends, receivers, right, on day 2 and 3, where it's like they got to see something from Love. They did. Titans got to see something from Levis now, I think. And they're going to do everything they can here to get that. And Joe Alt is the pick. Now, I'm gonna ring the. I'm gonna let the phone ring here. Okay. It's Indianapolis calling for Atlanta here to come up and get Malik Neighbors. I'll just say that we're gonna come up and take Malik Neighbors if you're willing to trade down as Atlanta here.
And who's coming up? You said
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Where we dropping to? It
would be 15. So I know that's maybe a little far, but if you like the corners and you like the edge rushers, you feel pretty confident, especially with like Chargers there. Could be a QB in this area. O-line for the Saints, most likely, right? Like that's.
Yeah, let's drop down. I'm okay with that. Haley might not be, but did you hear that report where I don't think it's not going to happen this obviously this draft cycle, but them losing picks because they were They were what is it called when you
Tampering.
tampering with
They
Kirk
were
Cousins, man. That's crazy.
they were tampering before the tampering. You got to be kidding me.
How
Just
do
like
you tamper
you knew
before
he
the
was.
actual
It
legal?
just oh,
Just wait. Just
and then
wait.
Cousins had to run his mouth in the presser. Oh
Yeah, it's
gosh.
dumb.
Oh
Dumb.
man. I
Just
mean,
dumb.
could take Roma Dunze or Neighbors here. They're both here and just have a grand old time on that side of the ball. But that defense is brutal.
Yeah.
What do you need here? What are you thinking?
Let's see. We're dropping 7 spots. Let me. Ooh.
2 threes, 82 third now next year. Or do you want more?
Swap the 3 with a 2, and I'm good.
This year or next?
Let's do. What do we got? We got 46, 40. Let's do this year's.
This year?
Do this year's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Nice little 50% chance there if we were going to not force this, but we are. So Indy going to get aggressive here. Or not. Hello?
This is not gonna.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so Indy moves up. They're going to take Malik Neighbors here. Pittman, Neighbors, and Downs. Alec Pierce is your depth. You have nice group of tight ends there. We could have waited for Brock Bowers. But no, Neighbors has met with Indy. And that's where I think this comes into play a little bit.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm going to make the move. We're going to take Neighbors for the Colts. And, oh, my, that offense. Get ready. Get ready. Fireworks.
It's going to be exciting. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. They're lights, camera, action. Here for the Chicago Bears, I know earlier before obviously free agency had taken place, it was always going to be, it was either, quarterback, wide receiver, and offensive tackle for the Bears. And with them getting Keenan Allen, and who else did they re-up with somebody? Let me check. Let me just take a peek real quick. Bears. With the Bears.
A lot of fun questions in here.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of thoughts. Around the 4-2 guys had a little snafu when we did our mock on Monday with the Titans and the Jets moving around. The Bears sniped the Titans for alt. Was not a great time. But I think we took care of the Titans this time. Dana says like that you realize it's going to take 3 firsts for Minnesota to make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Sean Payton will get aggressive if given the opportunity, I think. And I think that's got to be taken into account. It's definitely an expensive QB. We got some people on the Penix top 15 train here, which
that's what I'm talking about. That's did you see Deion Sanders?
No.
Prime talking?
No.
Yeah, he had a tweet where he was just he wasn't happy with how Penix is being kind of being talked about or not talked about. Why is all of a sudden my ad blocker is blocking?
Oh, we did lose him for a second. I think we'll be right back. Get to some comments here quick. While he takes care of that, Jason, I see, says Green Bay trade up for a corner. We'll see how that goes. There'll be some options. Kraft's going to want the new franchise QB for sure. All right, there we go.
That was my bad. I was clicking buttons.
You're good.
Hold on. Let's go. Let's go offensive tackle for the Bears. I think I'm going to keep the status quo. Should I do something different with these guys? Let's do something different. You know what we're going to do? We're going to grab – I'm going to be a little different. In this case, if I was going to go defensive line interior, I think that's what they need. They want that prototypical 3 technique. For sure. I think that's what they're missing in that defense. It's either going to be Brian Murphy or it's going to be Jerzon Newton. I'm going to go Byron Murphy here. I'm going to be a little bit different.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, from Texas.
A lot of buzz about him being the first defender. I believe that is the case. Yeah, at 9 here.
At 9.
in this mock. So there you go, Byron Murphy. Oh man. I mean, Jets are up, and I just there's so much pressure to do like the right thing,
Right.
which to me is to get one of these two here. Nothing against Olu, but Fuanga and Fatanu can kick inside and play different spots, in my opinion. And I think it helps you get a best 5 out there, no matter somebody's hurt. Fuanga or Fatanu can kick outside in a pinch because you have some aging tackles out there who have dealt with injury at the same time. I don't think, unless I have somebody come up and like come get this guy, which I'm thinking about it.
Decisions.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's trade back. Let's get a pick or
Okay.
something.
I like it.
Let's go see if Jacksonville's interested in coming up for Rome. Which I feel like they potentially should be.
Yeah, Jacksonville either I could see them moving up to get a corner or them moving up to get a receiver.
Because I do think.
See, they got Gabe Davis, A. Jones, Christian Kirk. They got Duvernay, but that'll probably be the special teams there.
Yeah.
They got Parker Washington there as well.
Yep. It's not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. What do you got?
What do you think about this? 17 and 48 for 10 and 111. I feel like that's.
See, 17, 48, 10 and 11, 7 spots. How
do we feel?
11. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's pull it. Yeah, let's roll with it.
Here we go. All right, Jets are gonna pass on.
Yo, Jets fans are screaming right now.
Oh man, they're passing on Rome.
They're fighting. They're screaming.
Listen, we could be the Jets. This is fine. You're gonna see the vision. I've got it. We're up here. We got the vision. All right. You weren't gonna pick in the second round anyway. Like
yeah, and that's the argument there. Yeah, we gotta load up.
Yeah. So Jags move up 7 spots. They're gonna take Rome Odunze.
I like that. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Christian Kirk finally gets to settle into a wide receiver 2 role here, right. Very comfortably, and I think the Jets are going to still get a tackle that they like at 17. I think there's a pretty strong tier as long as you stick in the teens here to grab a tackle. That being said, the first one's going to come off the board here.
Right here.
Well, no.
Well, actually, no. We're going
to take Bowers. Yeah. Okay. We're going to take Bowers. Still feel comfortable about O-line. Got pick 37 as well, in addition to 23. Going to have a lot of options. Brock Bowers becomes wide receiver 1 in L.A. So
Quinn Johnston might have something to say about that, but
he might.
You have to live with it for now.
Erzroy says not a fan of Murphy's anchoring double team ability. He's going to play 3 tech. You don't have to worry. He's not going to. The Bears are not going to let him do what he had to do at Texas, being a nose tackle on a lot of snaps. They're not going to allow that. They're going to let him attack. And I mean, he can one gap. He can one gap. No problem. I don't think that'll be an issue for him at all. But that group, that young defensive tackle group, Pickens, Dexter, and Murphy. That's nice. That's
nice.
It
is.
Oh, it's me again. Shoot.
The Broncos.
Oh, jeez.
This could be the Bo Nix pick. I'm just saying. It wouldn't be for me, but I'm just saying.
Oh. And they don't have another pick we're only going 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm. So they
6 QBs. Oh, 6 QBs.
That's the word on the street. 6 QBs. That is the word on the street.
All right. I'll take the easy way out. It's hard. Honestly, it's like difficult without Bowers on here. Like, I mean, you could go Quinyon. You could go any of the edge rushers. Actually, they're all still here.
Go edge. You go corner. That's probably the more responsible thing to do with them. But I don't know.
Yeah,
You know, Sean Payton might fall in love with Bo Nix, man.
he
I think
might.
I think it would be a good fit for him. I think he's another guy that would have to sit though, but
Yeah.
as we talked about earlier, don't know if that's if that's in the cards for any of these quarterbacks to sit at any point.
Yeah. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm thinking about something kind of absurd. Run this by you really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Rams interested in coming up for Brian Thomas Jr. I know that's a little irresponsible, but I've heard there's a
Yes.
lot of that going around that like they're going to go offense in the first round. Now that could be tackle, of course, like, and that would make a ton
Right.
of sense. But like Brian Thomas Jr. interested?
Listen, this is the last mock of the year. I wouldn't. I mean, Cooper Cup. I mean, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
Just Cooper Cup, Puka Nakua, and then you add a Brian Thomas to that offense, man. I mean, that would be scary. That'd be a scary offense.
All right.
Let's do it, man. See Broncos.
Price 52. What can I kick back?
Take you're dropping 7 spots.
Dropping 7.
Take something from next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, just add. Now you can leave that. I think.
Leave that.
Because what's that?
Like 2 or 3 next. 3 next. Plus 121.
So 12 you 121 3. So 12, 21. What'd you take for next year? A 3?
A 3, yeah.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
Good.
All right.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Absolute insanity. Are you taking Brian Thomas? Is that the move?
Yeah, let's take. I mean, that's what we do. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. I was just saying if you wanted to come up and get aggressive. If it's for Olu, because you're the Rams, if you want to get Olu, like that's totally fine. I just threw out there that they could come up for Brian Thomas or any offensive position. If you want to go tackle, I'm that's totally fine.
No, we're gonna go what I like to call sexy. We're gonna do the sexy thing and let's go Brian Thomas, man. We'll figure out the offensive line later. Let's go sexy here.
Okay. There you go. LA gets aggressive. Vegas, I don't think I'm going to waste too much time. I think they're going to go this direction. I think you could argue who it is.
Right.
I'm going to go Terry and Arnold for them over Mitchell. I don't think I'd personally do that. I think it's close enough though where you might not have to split too many hairs.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Terry and Arnold for Vegas. Specifically because I think Pearson Company, they'll be like, and not to say this is the correct way to look at it, but like SEC school, but also and then plays physical, insane upside. Like the first year he really, really started to ascend. Like I feel like that might give them the edge and where they're looking.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. All right, for the Saints, this is a team who needs offensive line in the world. Might be the one team at the very top that needs offensive line more than anybody else at this point. I think they lost somebody today or recently.
Yeah,
it was a guard or something.
They did lose him in free agency. Yeah. Ramchek's got the health.
They're just let me see, who was it? Let me check. That might have been something old that I saw. Let me just make sure. Oh, maybe it was something old I saw. Anyways, either way, we are going tackle, and we're gonna go Olu Fashanu.
Okay.
Tackle one for me. Let's get it. All right,
and I think
Falcons.
This worked out really well for Atlanta, actually.
Yep.
Moving back, there's so much here for them.
So I would ask Headley because that's his team. It's either Latu or it's Mitchell here for him.
Okay.
I have a feeling he'd probably go Latu.
Okay.
But I don't really want the Falcons to have Latu. But I'm gonna let my NFC bias. I'm gonna leave that at the door. And we're gonna do the right thing, and we're gonna go. Let's go Latu.
Okay.
Latu. Let's do it. Latu. I think I said that right. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the first name pronunciation. I think everybody just kind of like tries to get through the name quicker. Just go Latu. Like they don't even. They're not trying to stick around and pronounce all the vowels. You got the Seattle Seahawks at 16, 3 in a row here for you?
Yes. For Seattle,
There's a lot of O-line still here too.
yeah, it is. Man, I'm gonna I'm gonna do something different right now, and I'm
Love
gonna go out.
this.
I want to
Do
go
it.
Jazon Newton, but I'm gonna take um I'm gonna take Fuaga right here,
Okay.
but we're gonna play him at guard.
Love
That's what
that.
we're doing.
I
That's
love
what we're
that.
doing. Yeah.
Love that pick for them. So I thought about. So someone mentioned this. I don't know if you've watched like Underdog Fantasy at all. What they're doing over there. They ran through a couple mocks, and I don't know why it didn't dawn on me earlier about this. I think Mike McDonald wants Kyle Hamilton light and Cooper DeJean.
I saw someone mention. I don't know who it was. It wasn't Underdog Fantasy, but I mean he's gonna Cooper DeJean's gonna do it a little bit differently, but
Yeah, for
the
sure.
results probably gonna be the same. Yeah, I like it.
I mean,
I'm not mad at it.
maybe he wants Witherspoon to do that, which is totally understandable. Like you
Right.
want Witherspoon to stay in the nickel position, but like he can handle himself outside.
Yeah.
And you
Oh
have
yeah.
Woolen and him outside, and then you put DeG in the slot, and
Yeah.
yikes, that's not a good time. Not a good time for Thomas, Nakua, and Cup, perhaps, if they go that direction, right? Like that's
Listen, you gotta match your team up to what's happening in the division, man. So yeah,
I would be circling the calendar on those matchups if that happens. Just because that would be an all-time just 3-on-3 matchup there.
Yep.
Okay, Jets at 17. We're gonna take care of business here. We need to. I'm gonna go Troy Fautanu here. Gives you some flexibility. Can kick into guard if he needs to. He probably will right away with the way they've set things up. But he's talked about how he believes he can play everywhere. There's apparently a team out there that has Fautanu as the top center in the draft. I have no idea what team that is. Someone mentioned to think it's Pittsburgh. Maybe not impossible to believe that. But I think you can get a really good 5 out there with Fautanu in New York. So, hey, we moved back. We got him, and we'll see what happens in round 2. That's all I'm going to say. We'll see what happens. Might be something good. You never know. All right. Oh, it's me again, Bengals. There's a lot of great options here.
Trey Hendrickson said he wanted to get traded. He wanted out.
I did see that. And if Latu was here, I would have been all over that, I think, to get him in the building. I think Turner's a little too light for them and what they want to do. Verse might work.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's probably Newton or it's Latham or Mims. I think I'm going to lean Latham here only because I think if there are any struggles early there, they still have Trent Brown. They signed him to a 1-year deal. You can kick Latham inside if you need him to play there. I think I'd rather do that with him than with Mims, personally.
Yeah,
now, Barton could be, involved as well, but I do think the NFL likes Latham quite a bit. Wouldn't shock me if the Chargers were in up there tomorrow, but there you go. Latham
I like that.
To the Bengals.
It's a good plan. Kick him inside, and then eventually he'll kick out the play tackle. We'll get it figured out eventually. I like it.
Yeah, so I think I have so many in a row. Holy cow!
You do it's like 6 in a row.
Jeez. 1, 2, 3. Jeez. Yeah, 5 after Seattle. Man.
Yeah.
So with Denver, we've got the extra second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play coy with that extra second. I'm gonna go get Johnny Newton actually here instead.
Ooh,
I'm gonna let him cook as a 3 tech in that defense.
I like it.
So Mitchell's intriguing here for sure. So is Turner. There's just a lot of guys you could throw. Actually, no, I'm pivoting. Never mind. I'm pivoting. I'm taking Turner. I'm gonna take
Turner.
I think Turner. Just trying to think ahead of what tomorrow could look like. I feel like Turner's gonna go higher than this perhaps. I want to make sure he's in the top 20. And I still think that's a really nice fit for them. I know they've committed resources to Nick Bonito and they have Baron Browning rushing out there, but Turner's a whole different player out there. He has a different gear.
Yeah, gives them a different element out there on the edge. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, gosh. All right, it's me again. Man, and then I have the
Pittsburgh.
Chargers after. For goodness sakes. Okay. All right. Lock it. Time to lock in. I think Pittsburgh. When I talked to the fellas out there around the 4-2, they think the top three are Mims, Barton, and Wiggins. It sounds
Okay.
like. I get it. Barton's probably playing center for this team, and I get it. You want to make sure you have the center. Awesome, totally understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I got a pair of Mims with Broderick Jones. Let's
Monsters,
eat.
man.
Let's eat with that type of athleticism out there. I get it that Arthur Smith wants the center to be. He wants the center to be this type of player, but I do think
Right.
there are some other guys that we could look
That
at
can
later. It's
that
hard
can
for
do
me to
that
pass
for
on
him.
Mims.
Yeah.
Really hard for me to pass on Mims.
Yeah. Broderick playing left side, Mims playing right side. They. I know it's a team that is going to have to. Well, at this point, probably going to have to run the football. So they're going to need to be picking up more than 3 yards a carry, and those two guys can do that for them for sure. Just run behind those big bodies.
Yeah, really excited to see how Najee does an outside zone, wide zone stuff. That's going to be interesting to watch.
That is going to be interesting. Yep.
Might favor Jalen Warren for all those fantasy football players out there. Just saying.
Yeah.
You never know.
Fantasy alert.
Yeah, but obviously they could day 2, day 3, maybe day 3 probably at running back could add somebody in that mold. Boy, Dolphins got an embarrassment of riches here. I think
They do.
Wouldn't be mad if they took Graham Barton.
Yep.
Wouldn't be mad if they took Verse because of the injuries to the defensive ends that they have.
Line. Oof. They are hurting right now.
But I think, I got to go Johnny Newton here. You got to replace Wilkins, and I think as much as I like the depth at defensive tackle more than like edge rusher, I think Murphy and Newton are. I just think they're on another level. I think this is the type of thing where you go look at all these Pro Bowlers that come from round 1 at defensive tackle. I like the guys after this. I don't love them, and I think the Dolphins, if they want one like a player like this, they go get him here at 21.
There's definitely a tier break after those top 2 guys for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, for the Eagles, I always screw up the Eagles picks, but they usually kill me down in the comment section or in the mock draft video. We try to do them justice. We can never make Eagles fans happy, but I think this time I am because I'm gonna go Quinyon Mitchell here. I don't think I can go wrong here. Let me know in the comment section if I'm going in the wrong direction, but that's the top corner, man. Let's do the right thing. Let's get Quinyon Mitchell here. Lock him in for the Eagles.
Yeah, I think if Quinyon's not there, I feel like DeJean in the zone heavy, in a lot of the zone heavy looks that they have, I think could make a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
I know for a lot of Packers fans, that's not something you want to hear. With under 24 hours to go, I just feel like that's probably something should be aware of here.
The Chargers.
Do I dare? I might. Why do I feel like they want a Mauler type on the offensive line with the size rather than a Graham Barton? I think if they draft Barton, they might just play him at center.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And to me, I think we're going to see this just insane run. I really do.
Once it starts, it's not going to stop on them tackles.
Yeah, it really isn't. And I know we had maybe a slight tier break here, depending on how you view Barton, I guess. But yeah, Bowers and Guyton identity changes here in LA.
And I think
Mitch, are we wrong here though? This happens all the time.
It always does.
Exactly how the Eagles operate. They're going to get somebody they love there. There's no doubt.
It's always them in the Ravens. The Ravens will trade back and still get their guy for the most part. Those are the two teams usually.
I think the Ravens are going to get somebody here potentially that they really like. You got quite a few in a row here, by the way. Got about 4 in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. For the Cowboys here, I saw that they're talking to Ezekiel Elliott's camp, so maybe they'll be a reunite. They'll be reuniting there with him. But here I'm gonna go Jared Verse here for the Cowboys. I'm
Ooh.
thinking offensive line, but I think we're gonna go Jared Verse here for
Okay.
the edge. I know they got some guys there already, but they're gonna have guys expiring contracts, gonna have guys, older guys that we can kind of pass the baton here to guys like Jared Verse. So, and then you got the Micah Parsons contract coming up, so we'll see what that looks like, how that'll play out.
There we go. Dang it! I thought
All right.
Baltimore was going to get him. Maybe Tampa Bay was taking him if Dallas didn't. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, they
okay.
would've.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Baltimore. Yeah. Oh, they didn't have a chance. Oh, they might have to do.
Yeah.
I think they don't want. All right. The time has arrived.
Yes.
Here we are. There's a lot of nice options here. What are we thinking? I think there are 3 names to really like here for them. I'm curious to see what direction you're thinking.
So, scroll. I'm obviously I'm thinking Cooper DeJean. I'm definitely thinking that. I'm thinking. I don't know that I want to go tackle here. I think that would be.
Yeah, unless.
Moving.
Some drops off a little bit.
It does. It does.
A definite. I think after like 5-6 names here, we see a teardrop for sure.
Teardrop. Yeah.
Which.
I would. If he didn't have the red flags, I would almost draft Powers Johnson for you guys, and kick him in. I'd play him at guard, not center. But
sure.
Can't mess with guys with concussions, man. That's just that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
I'm really thinking Cooper DeJean for y'all here, man.
I mean, it's always fun because some of my Bears fan buddies have texted me tonight, and they're like, "I really don't want DeJean in Green Bay," and I'm like, "Perfect. That's what we would like to hear."
That's what
so they should take him, and so
yes, got to make a decision for you, right?
Yeah,
yeah. I think. What are you thinking?
I think the only thing with DeJean for me is if they're, and again, they're going to be more man heavy than other teams. That doesn't mean they're going to be in man, 70% of the time or anything like that.
Right.
I do think though that if I'm drafting DeJean here, I'm probably playing him at nickel. I really am. I think it feels I'm a little hesitant about him outside in this scheme. I think, with Seattle, with Philly, I like it a lot more.
Right.
But again, I personally, if you find a good nickel player though, like that's huge right now.
Yeah.
McDuffie is doing incredible things in Kansas City. You have Hamilton doing that stuff while also playing safety.
Right.
Like Witherspoon was huge there this year as a rookie. Branch was a big deal for Detroit when they needed him. So I'm not mad at it.
Let's go Stokes. Jari Alexander. Did y'all re-up on Jari Alexander or no?
Yeah, he's what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got 2 or 3 years left, maybe 2 years.
So
but I expect him to be around pretty long time.
Pretty long time.
I'll check and see how many years it is.
Yes, he got.
Where is he?
And yeah, definitely not going tackle here.
Although I like 3 more.
It's 3 more.
Yeah.
I like Kingsley, but I don't think the tackle. But I don't think Packers fans gonna like that at all. And I get it. So we won't do that.
Everybody in the comments, we see you guys. I trade back. Bill's coming up for 80 Mitchell. But like, who else is coming up for 80 Mitchell? The Chiefs?
Could be
I've got
Chiefs.
something.
Yeah, it could be Chiefs.
It could be, but I've got something in mind for the Chiefs that might be a little shocking, honestly. But I don't know. I think I, the chat seems to be fine with DeJean as a box safety / nickel, so
They're comfortable with it.
I think they're comfortable with that.
All right, let's do it. Do it
'Cause I think-
gingerly.
Okay.
Gingerly.
Gingerly Cooper DeJean
Gingerly.
at 25.
Yeah.
So the one thing about this is Goody has done this before, where he signs a player, right? He signs Keyshawn Nixon as a nickel, and he also is obviously a returner, and then drafts that type of player as well right after the signing.
Right.
Pretty much the same. I mean, that's
Right. To
a
create
T
that
right
competition, right?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'm not smart. They're smart. For the Bucks here, this one's easy. It's either Kool-Aid or it's Graham Barton, to be honest with you. And I really want to go Graham Barton, but let's just go Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Let's go Kool-Aid.
Forever etched to see if Kool-Aid and Cooper DeJean right next to each other, for all eternity. Who's going to be better?
Who is going to be better?
Can't wait to find out. Arizona's back up now at 27.
Yes.
And they took Marvin.
Marvin Harrison. They call him Maserati Marv in the first there. This is a team that I can see go back-to-back wide receivers. We're not going to do that because they got what is it? Michael Wilson and now Marv over there. So we're good. We'll leave that as is. Let's go.
Pull Adonai off the screen.
Let's go Graham Barton here.
It's almost here, Draftmas. That's what I'm talking about. Heck yeah. Graham Barton. All right.
Yeah, it's no Graham Barton. Let's
even
sure up this opposite line.
Yeah, if he doesn't play tackle, might be competition at center for the guy they got, who I can never pronounce his name. Like Hjalte Froholt or something like that is their center. Might just push him to a backup role, but offensive line to protect Kyler. You get Barton and Marvin would be nice.
Right.
Okay.
Let me see.
Buffalo Bills. I think I would have taken Barton for Buffalo if he was available here. I would take Powers Johnson, but the concussions thing, I do think he's going to get pushed out of
first
round 1.
Go Nate. You could go Nate.
I'm thinking about that. I think underrated storyline is Buffalo like picking somebody in the trenches or on defense in round 1, and then second and third round grabbing 2 guys who could really move the needle combined.
Right.
As in the aggregate. Yeah, I think because they don't have much at corner now, do they?
No, I'm looking at it. It's Christian Benford. They have Rasul Douglas. They got Kyrie Elam, the Gator, but we know he's not seeing the field.
Yeah.
Kyron Brown and Jamarcus Ingram. Yeah, I think corner's probably top 3 need for them for sure.
Could throw out Chop as a possibility.
Good. Yep.
Be something to think about. Do they have a center right now that's like
their center is Connor McGovern.
Oh, they did
right now.
So they're probably okay there. Yeah, I'm gonna go Wiggins, I think.
Wiggins,
pass on the receivers. Which
I think it's a good fit over there.
Yeah. Don't worry. Like with the Jets, there's a plan. Don't worry.
There is a plan.
It's okay.
Let me see corner real quick for the Detroit Lions. And this is a team that's really in a good position to kind of draft whatever they want, even if it's not a need for them. There's no real immediate need on this team because they traded for Carlton Davis, which I think corner was their biggest need. I know it said they need a guard or they need interior and a guard because their center is solid. But that's more of projecting for expiring contracts more than anything else. And probably the biggest need probably is edge, I would say. Corner edge.
That can open up. Yeah, that opens up a fun possibility. I was gonna ask if you're interested in moving down at all.
Oh no, my guy's there.
It'd be a long way down, but
It'd be a long way down. No, I got a guy. You just right there. Let me scroll up. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anybody.
okay.
I want the choice fans to take me out. Yeah. Let me get. I'm gonna take Darius Robinson over Chop for this football team in particular.
Yeah, I get that. I love I think Robinson or Nealand as fits make a lot of sense for them over Chop. I just don't think Chop is gonna. I don't like him defending the run, and I feel like Campbell. That's going to matter to him.
Yeah,
he's like, you can't just be hoping you could just tee off. Like, it's not 1st and 30, man. We can't be like we're not going to get a lot of those looks.
That's not how this works.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, Darius Robinson to the Lions. Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, this team here.
Don't love how this shook out.
Corner, wide receiver.
Yeah.
Let me check that roster.
They need O-line something real bad. Like,
nope.
My only issue is they need like bodies immediately. And I don't love how that works out for like Kingsley.
Right.
I think like Kingsley needs some time. But they do need guard as well. And like I know the concussion thing be very Baltimore to just be like, oh wow, you're just letting Powers Johnson fall here.
Yeah.
You're just letting him fall. You're doing that.
He's fall right into our lap.
Yeah.
Right?
And I know I said already he's not going round 1, but like if this is how it goes for Baltimore, I don't know if they're going to be in on Mitchell, even though I think be something they consider if they like it. I'm going to go JPJ here. I think immediate right guard for them because they are right guard or left guard. They lost one of their guards.
I think it's left. I think it's left because right now it's they have Andrew Voorhees and they got Ben Cleveland at the guard positions. Okay. So yeah, it might be right guard because Voorhees I don't think he played last year. I think he was coming off an injury.
Yeah, because didn't Zeitler play right guard for them and Simpson moved and there was a lot of that.
Yeah. So it's Ben Cleveland it'd be right guard, not left guard. It'd be right guard.
Okay, perfect. I like that. For Powers Johnson there to Baltimore.
All right, San Francisco. There's a lot of talks about Brandon Ayuk out the door. They're talking about they want a first-round pick. I don't think that's going to happen.
What if you're going to call us like Washington? Washington give him a ring here. I will say on Monday I did this because I had Washington. I offered I think both seconds, 36 and 40 plus the 2025 first for Ayuk and 31. Maybe that's a little too much, perhaps. Maybe it's 36 and a 2025 one and the one next year you pick swap from 31 to 36 and you get Ayuk, but that might be a lot to hash out. And if you want to pick it for the Niners, that you have Washington as well. So
I do.
If you don't want to make that move, that's
interesting.
Wondering if that Jaden Daniels Malik Neighbors Instagram live actually has
you saw that.
Yeah. Immediately my mind goes, oh yeah, because the play to Ayuk, the deep ball against Oregon to basically sink their playoff hopes.
Yeah,
that's in my head all the time, and just reminding myself how good Ayuk was like in college, and so
yeah, he was a baller. So I think what we'll do, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's do we're gonna go Xavier Legette here. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, and that pushes Ayuk out the door.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move him.
Yeah, we're gonna move him.
All right, someone will come calling. I think.
Yeah,
I've got an idea of who. I might have the team.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so Legette is the pick here at 31. I was gonna take So I'll reveal what the plan was. I was going to take Rosengarten here,
Like that.
for Kansas City. I think if they want someone, and maybe Fisher, maybe Coleman presents a little bit more of that. I feel like when you look at these three right here, I see guard and I see projection, a lot of development runway to go.
Right.
With those two. And so like I come down here and I go, oh, there's a lot more ready made. Like Fisher has some things to iron out, and like maybe Coleman's not a tackle. So like I would go like here for Kansas City. But let's make the league really scared. Let's just grab Adonai Mitchell here at the end of round 1.
All right.
And it's just we'll see how it falls for Kansas City.
Getting Patrick Mahomes that sure thing in terms of creating that separation, getting open, and actually catching the football. Yeah, I like it. And plus,
my favorite joke is Adonai Mitchell's drop rate is way too low for him to be a Chief, and that's to me that's hilarious. It's like everybody's like, you took the wrong Texas receiver for them. They need Worthy. He drops a lot of passes. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
but
that's funny.
Where do you? As we transition around, where do you have Mitchell ranked? By the way, I keep forgetting where you guys had your.
What do I have? I think I have. Let me look. Because I don't want to guess. I'll tell you here.
Because I'm just interested. Because
Mitchell. Why is it? Let's go here. Nope, that's not it. Where's my? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. That might actually help. Oh. All right, let me do it this way because I can't find it for some reason. We're gonna do it like this. All right. I have Mitchell. Where are you, Mitchell? Got Mitchell 7. So I have yeah, Marvin Harrison, Rome, Malik, Brian Thomas, Ricky Pearsall, Lab McConkey, and then Mitchell.
Okay.
That's where I have them.
Okay.
So
nice. So it's fair to say that Ricky Pearsall is going in the second round here.
Yes.
So
yes. And matter of fact, he's gonna go right here.
Okay. All right.
To the Carolina Panthers, man.
Love that.
A lot of meat left on the bone over there at Florida. I just want to say that much, man.
I agree. Him. Yeah, I'm kind of like flip-flopping between him and Ladd, who I want to rank higher now. Between the two, and it's because I think both really excel in a lot of the same things.
Yep.
Pearsall almost feels like he's going to the team that has his older self on it.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen. Yeah, I like that.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's about as good a mentorship as you can ask for.
Yep.
For the Panthers there. So there you go. Panthers get a receiver. They got Deontay and Pearsall now. Patriots are up. Yeah. I mean,
what do we do with them? We got them.
I took Drake May for them.
Drake May, that's right. Okay.
So we feel good about that. We did not go McCarthy. We let the Vikings do that. Yeah, I think not as thrilled about tackle here for them. I guess could look interior, but I think interior looks pretty good.
Where is it?
Overall.
All right, so
let's see.
They got James Cole, David Andrews, and City So. That's how you say that. I'm probably butchering his name.
They do have Andrews for one more year. Andrews, Chooks, obviously Cole Strange.
Cole Strange.
I want to take McConkey, but I'm gonna do the right thing.
Be responsible.
Yeah, let's be responsible. Jordan Morgan will play somewhere at a pretty good level, and we'll kind of figure out where he's gonna end up playing for us in New England. Let's do that.
Not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. All right, for the good old Cardinals, I think this team We got to go defense. Let's go defense here. What was we went what was the first 2 picks? I know I went Marvin
and Graham
Harrison
Barton.
and Graham Barton. That's
Really
what we
nice
did.
1-2 punch there for the Cardinals.
Yeah. So now, let's see here.
I mean, could be screaming off the edge.
We got options.
We got Chop
options.
and Ojulari. Whew.
Yeah, let's grab us Chop Robinson here.
Fastballs off the edge.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Let those boys eat. Yeah.
Wow. Even I think if you feel like a little hesitant on Chop Robinson, like 35 for a team that's just kind of looking for like high level talent on that side of the ball. Like that.
I agree.
Like that a lot.
And then for the Commanders, almost called them their old name. Almost did. Let's go. Look, they need offensive linemen badly.
Mm-hmm.
They need trenches badly, just in general. Say it that way. Both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And
I have something if you're interested.
What are you thinking?
So you got 40, right, for Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, you're not moving that far down.
Nah.
Because of that selection. How do you feel about moving back to 52 with Denver here? And Denver comes up to get Bo Nix.
Ooh.
Just in case anybody in front of us here would like to make a move, and I think there are maybe a couple teams that could be interested in doing so. And I just would like to make sure that they have no chance.
All right. What's your offer?
I gotta look at how many picks I don't have.
That's really what it comes down to.
So let's see. Which side does this not favor? Does that? Maybe that's too much. I'm trying to think. 78 or 100 make more sense here. Because I could give up the 3, I guess. For like this.
Yeah, I like that.
36, 139 for 52 and 76.
Yeah.
Is that lopsided? Doesn't feel insane.
Straight will keep likely. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
All right.
Solid.
Let's do it. All right. So Commanders move back a few. Denver comes up. Make sure
it's their quarterback.
They go get their QB here in Bo Nix, and
lock it up.
We've turned pick 12 into Johnny Newton and Bo Nix for these guys. Now I got to figure out what the heck the Chargers are going to be doing.
What are the Chargers doing?
Oh, I know what they're doing, actually.
Tyler Guyton and Brock Bowers.
Tyler Guyton and Brock Bowers. We're going to get Chris Jenkins, I think, here as well.
Ooh. Big body in the middle there.
Yeah. Or, wait. Actually, nah, let's get Chris Jenkins. I feel more comfortable with him at this spot than the Michigan guy that I was considering. Yeah, let's go Chris Jenkins. Trenches plus Brock Bowers.
Okay.
On brand. Oh boy, I haven't done a lot of mocks. This is the first one, Drew, on the channel this cycle. So I've
is it really?
I'm like, so Tennessee, what the heck? What do they think?
So Tennessee,
I might reach out for some assistance on this one.
Let me see,
because I feel like they need. There's probably some few levels on defense they could address.
Let me see. You could let's see here. Oh, I think linebacker is an issue for them.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, linebacker. They got Kenneth Murray, who I think they just signed. They got Jack Gibbons. I think that's how you say that. Yeah, I think linebacker is an eyesore for them, and corners look good. Okay. Safeties are decent, so I think linebacker's probably one of the biggest needs, and then an edge player.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well,
right outside.
Edge.
Yeah.
They're
4 outside linebacker.
Okay, 30. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah, they're not
34.
particularly big out there, are they? So Nealon's not really a fit there. Um, yeah, wide receiver. We're going all in.
You could go wide
We could
receiver
do that.
because DeAndre
We could
Hopkins. I
do
think
that.
this might be the last year's contract. I may be wrong.
Ooh,
Um, Traylon Burks can't stay healthy, and then, obviously they just signed Calvin Ridley, but you could go
ooh.
receiver.
McConkey in the slot would actually be really dangerous
I like
for this
that.
offense. Maybe
It
maybe
gives you a different
Callahan
element
thinks
too.
maybe Callahan thinks this is your Tyler Boyd for a while here.
Maybe.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right. All right. Yeah.
You wanna
Let's
do
go
it?
McConkey. Let's do it.
Okay. I'm mad at it.
John, you convinced me. There we go.
Done it.
Good stuff.
All right. So we got the
Carolina
Carolina Panthers.
Panthers.
We went Ricky Pearsall
You did.
in the first, or excuse me, the top of the second, basically the first.
Yeah.
And I want to go edge. Just need to see what
Okay.
3-4-2. They got Clowney out there, and they got DJ Wanham. This is a team that could use a linebacker because Shaq Thompson's not playing forever. They signed Josie Jewell.
Yeah, they could use a lot of things, really.
They really could. They really could.
What's their center situation look like?
Oh yeah, this
Do
is the
they
guy Juice
have?
don't like, Austin Corbett, but I don't. Yeah, what's the interior looking like?
'Cause I
Might be
think,
the place to go
yeah,
here. Oh, there he is. Go ahead, Zach Frazier. Lock it in.
that's nice.
Lock
Get
it in. Lock
Pearsall
it
and
up. I like it.
Frazier.
Yeah,
That's helpful for Bryce for sure.
like that.
Okay.
All right,
Back up
Washington.
again.
We're back
Washington.
on the clock, and
I don't know if they lost a whole lot out of this. Perhaps Jenkins, McConkey, Frazier. Maybe they would have liked Frazier, perhaps, but
maybe.
I don't think they lost a whole lot here. Truthfully, how
Let's
does Dan Quinn
see.
want to do this?
So I think the interior is good. Well, part of the interior. Let's go. But these boys, I'm gonna go with one of my CPGM Drew specials. Let me get Kingsley from
Okay.
BYU here. Tackle.
Okay.
Take
Love
him
it.
off the board.
Love it. Okay. Kingsley off the board.
Now,
It's
what are we doing?
time.
Cooper DeJean,
Yep.
and
Ugh.
so we're good to go there. I know. Let me go back to y'all's roster real quick. Where are the Packers? There's the Packers.
Oh man, yeah. Think about this. So they do have all the linebackers still available.
I was looking at that. Uh,
John,
so
yeah. Yeah. That's exactly their type
that's
of
where we want to go.
player. That's
That
exactly
is their
their
type
type
of
of
player.
player. We don't have to go that direction, but that, I mean,
No, let's do it.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Okay.
Nice
Neiland.
size, versatile there. Yeah,
Whew.
Marshawn.
Marshawn Neiland to Green Bay after Cooper DeJean. Very,
Getting that defense right,
yeah. The defense. I mean,
stirring up some things.
Enigbare, how, will he be back healthy this year at all?
Right.
You never know. Knee injuries can be different for everybody. Preston
Mhm.
Smith, you never know how long he's gonna be here. They want to keep a rotation. I imagine Halfley would love to go like 7 or 8 deep at defensive
Yeah.
line to rotate. Yeah, love it. Okay, so Houston. Wow. Yeah, another team that I haven't really thought a lot about.
So
I don't
I've seen a
love.
lot of mocks with people going receiver with them, and they got receivers on the roster, but
Yeah.
you always want to go sexy there. I think they need a 3 technique. I don't know if there's any left on the board at this point in the
Yeah.
draft that would be worth it
I
for those
don't know about
guys.
Fisk.
Oh, how you feel about Brandon Dorless
I like
them.
Dorless. I like Dorless.
or Michael Hall Jr.? I think would be a good fit there
Michael
as
Hall would be a nice 3
well.
tech.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna. I think I like Aurora as, more of a stand up, and I feel like he might even be able to two gap a little bit as well.
Two
I know
gap.
he's not the
Yeah,
biggest, but he uses his length really well.
he does.
Um, but I'm not sure if that's what Houston's gonna
Looking for that.
want. How are they looking opposite Stingley? Because I feel like Rakestraw would just like be a ton
They
of
have
fun.
they got Jeff Okuda,
Oh, that's
so
right. They
it's
did throw
yeah,
Okuda's way.
and they got C.J. Henderson. I mean,
Oh, they
yeah,
got a lot of the former first rounders out there competing.
yeah.
Um, ooh. So we got Diggs, we got Nico Collins, and we
Shoot,
got
I
Tank
forgot they had
Dell.
Diggs. I completely forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I feel like that's. I was like, wait.
Yeah,
Oh, and then they have
there's
Dell. So I was like, oh wait,
yeah,
Polk would be nice, but it's like, wait, no.
yeah.
They got
They
so
they got
many guys
they
out
got
there.
Meacham. They got Meacham, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, and Tank Dell. So they're probably
So
solid
they got
there.
Hunter and this might be like a trade out spot because they still have King playing nickel.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Got
maybe
Jalen Petrie.
maybe Edgerrin Cooper.
So they signed. I don't know. I gotta look at his contract, but Alzir
Oh, Shire.
Shire. Yeah, they signed him.
Man,
And then this is one of those teams where they don't really have too many they don't have too many needs. They just kind of maybe it's one of the teams that say we just go best player available,
okay.
right?
Let's see who's
Regardless of
really.
position outside of maybe quarterback, which obviously at this point that's not
I
going to be the
mean,
case. I mean, best player available might be middle line, but might be Payne Wilson. We'll figure it
yeah,
out,
might
right?
be, might be. Yeah, figure it out. Let see if I'm gonna do that. I feel like I would just say that Edgerrin
Oh,
Cooper
you just got
might
Andrew
be
Cooper.
best player
Yeah, Andrew Cooper.
available because I
Yeah,
feel like I'm gonna go that
yes,
direction. I think it gives you
I'm mad at
the
it.
avenue for more longevity, perhaps
Yeah,
at the linebacker position than Wilson. We're
yeah,
hoping for
right.
Wilson to stay healthy. That would be awesome. But I'm gonna
Plus,
let's get
he's
some
older
speed,
too.
and some range. Yeah, because I think
Yeah,
Cooper's 22. I think obviously Wilson's 24.
yeah.
Yeah, let's go Cooper.
Okay.
I think somebody comped him to Greenlaw,
Oh wow. Okay.
and so I'm like, okay, well, if D'Amico sees that as well,
Then
might
yeah,
just make that move. And I think there's going to
yeah,
be an opportunity for this defense. They want that three technique. I
yeah.
think you're going to get one at 59 if you like one too.
I feel like yeah. We grabbed what was it Latu for the Falcons in the first,
Oh
and
yeah, you got
so
two in the next four for Atlanta
oh I do yeah
because of the trade down with
yeah trade
Indy
down. Let's
and
go to
Wagner
corner.
Wade.
Let me see what's sitting
Okay,
there at corner. Ooh, let me look at their roster real quick. See if that is
this
the
I
right
think.
move. The
Oh,
Falcons.
did I take? Wait, I did
Let's
take Lad.
see.
Shoot, I forgot I took Lad. Darn it,
Took Lad.
that would have been a nice spot for him. Be the flanker with.
Um,
I mean, you have
got my cues. AJ Terrell.
got a decent amount of speed on this receiver list too.
Um, they got London. No, that um. Let's go. I kind of want to go Keon Coleman here.
Oh, whew.
The problem is he's not that big of a separator. Neither is Drake London. So I mean, I guess they got that in Darnell Mooney. They may have that in Rondell Moore. Yeah,
You never
let's
know.
do that.
Yeah.
Let's yeah, and it's a yeah. Let's do it. It's Keon Coleman.
Okay.
Keon Coleman. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Uh,
Upside move for
yeah,
the offense. Okay.
yeah.
Vegas.
The
Those darn Broncos
Raiders.
jumped us for Bo Nix.
Dude,
We took Terrion Arnold.
how would you feel about Spencer Rattler right here? Would you object to that? Is that too
Um,
soon?
maybe.
Because
I
he's
don't know
like the
where I pick
dark
in the
horse to
third.
me.
Yeah, if I were gonna pick anybody here, he's I think
He would be the one.
far and away
All
the
right.
best. I really was hoping for Pratt this year to jump out of the
Just
scene. He just
didn't.
didn't have as good a year as he had in 22, which was
Right.
unfortunate. I mean, we could stand to get better a lot of places on
Yeah, they gotta.
defense. Offensive
They
line
do.
could get a lot better. You know,
They
oh
could
yeah,
use.
let's mess with everybody because everybody would probably want this guy somewhere in the second round.
Yeah, he probably
Let's have
needs to
some
go
fun. Let's
from a
get
point.
Christian Haynes in there,
Okay.
and let's build this O line for whoever the heck we're getting at QB. Might be rattling round 3. Uh,
There you go. See,
stay
see,
stay tuned. So let's do that. Let's take Haynes here.
plans coming together.
Yeah.
All right, but the
I mean,
Saints.
Arnold
What
and
if
Haynes, I'm in. You sell those to
right?
me, and like
Plug
as
and
a
play.
fan, like yeah, we're
Plug and
climbing up
play.
the mountain. Yeah.
I
Okay.
know. I know Haynes. I know the position he plays isn't sexy, but the way he plays the position, I believe, is sexy. So
Yeah.
they'll enjoy that. What did we do for the Saints in the first? I forgot their first pick.
I believe
Was
it
it
was Olu.
tackle?
I believe it was
Was it
Olu,
Olu?
right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
Olu
correct. Yeah.
Fashion. There you
All
go.
right, so we went O line there. This should have probably been the Keon Coleman pick, to be honest with you. So it's probably this is where he should have gone. But I was trying to give him a different, not necessarily a different body type, but a different type of player after the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
And he has the body, like he's different in 2 ways. I know he's similar in terms of the body type of like a Drake London, but Drake London's not running away from anybody after he catches the ball. But
yeah,
Keon Coleman will for the Falcons. So for the Sainties, so they got Cedric Wilson at receiver. Damn, just don't have that guy there. Looking through this roster. Willie Gay there. Pete Warner. The corners. You know what? Let's do I'm gonna be a little different here. And let's see, edge. Oh, you know what? I think I might have to go edge here. Let's go.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, let me see. I see D size there.
Oh, there's some size, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, there is some size. That's more their cup of tea is guys with size.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do it. Let me get a D size. Let me do that.
Okay, you see, I hovered over him as you said. Let's go a little different. So
Yeah.
I was hovering there for a while. I'm like, I think he might do it. I think he might go.
Yeah.
I like that. A little more speed out there. They could afford to have some of that for sure. Atlanta back up again. So they've gone Latu and Coleman, which if you said they got both of those guys back in like September, people like, how'd you do that? How have you done this? You trade up to 15 after
right?
Like
they let the process play out long enough, guys will, fall or rise, So let's go to corner. Let's see if we can get us a corner here. And
some decent guys here available.
There are some decent guys. Let's go Enos Rexstraw.
Love that.
Here from Missouri.
Really like that for Atlanta. Dana says loves that one for a stick and pick for the Cardinals. MHJ, Barton, and Top. I mean, it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, it's gonna be solid.
You could talk me into another receiver, I guess, but I mean, trenches plus Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, every day. Okay, Giants.
Penix. I did. We need to get him a weapon, man. What is that receiver room looking like? I think I know where I'm going to go with this.
So if you want to keep up with the tradition out there, you want to get another slot receiver in Roman Wilson. I understand.
Right. Yeah.
You want to continue the tradition out there, but I think there might be a guy. Unless you want me to scroll down, I can. But
nah, I like. See, the thing is, I'm not big on Troy Franklin. I love Jalen Polt, man.
I had a feeling that's what we were thinking here.
Yeah,
I mean, teammates.
Yeah,
Just
teammates.
take
Let's
him.
keep the
Yeah.
connection going. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing. There's no learning curve there. Yeah, Jalen Pope. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. So the Jets are up, and I think this has gone very well. And unfortunately, I have to do it to the Bills. Sorry about this. What I'm about to do. Buffalo. I got to go get my guy in this class for the Jets to pair
Uh-oh.
with Garrett Wilson. This is Javon Baker all day. All
Ooh,
day.
I like that.
Baker's ability at the catch point, adjust, contort the
Yes.
body, just like good of a separator, but I think he's underrated in there. Yikes. Garrett Wilson and Javon Baker. Have fun. Good luck.
Yep.
Good luck.
You can play out there on that boundary. I like that a lot.
As we get Fatanu in the process of that as well. Like, you can have your cake and eat it too, Jets fans, believe it or not. We got you.
I like
We got
that.
you.
All right, Bengals. What you doing, Bengals?
Oh yeah, Bengals. Okay, so I think it was J.C. Latham. Was the first pick for them. Yeah, it gets interesting now. They've sometimes gone. I'm going to look at obviously interior defensive line.
Dorless said I can do it all. If you wanted to go there,
that's true. You get multiple because obviously Hendrickson now a little bit of chatter over there.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me it's him or Hall, because Hall bulking up to 299 for the pro day. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. And
I'm big
seeing
on Hall.
him be able to, to see him be able to move like that still at that putting on what 12, 14 pounds, something like that is what
crazy.
It was.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do that.
You're gonna do that?
I love like Dorless, but I'm gonna take Hall here for Cincinnati.
Listen, if he goes higher than Dorless, I'm not gonna bat an eye. I would always take Dorless over him, but
sure.
I'm not gonna bat an eye because Michael Hall. I mean, he's a disruptor up there, man. Good hands, love the hands. Got some moves inside, man. So yeah, and that quick first step.
Man, I think Bengals fans, this is. You want to keep doing what you did to the Bills a couple playoffs ago, where it was just like, we're just going to bully you up front.
Yep.
For 4 quarters, you're going to score 13 points in a snow game. Like, we're not messing around. This is get back to
the guys. Yep.
You can get back to it.
What did we do for the Eagles? I forgot already.
Quignon. Yeah, Quignon.
Oh yeah. Solid. Can't complain about that.
And just like Atlanta, we've got 2 picks for them and 4 here, so they can do a lot of things.
I just gotta make sure I do the right thing here. We're gonna grab. Where did I want to go? I
guess you got corn already.
I know one of the picks I want. Oh, let's go. Do I want to do it? Let me look.
I think we're at a great spot in the draft where we're just like, yep, do I want to do it? Absolutely, I want to do it. Like, once you get to the 40s, like, think about do I want to do it? Yep, took Coleman. Do I want to do it? Yep, took Haynes, Isaac, Polk, Baker. Like, we got to that point where it's just like, you know what?
We can.
And we're gonna let Buffalo have Franklin all the way down at 60.
Hey, it may work out that way. It might work out that way.
It's possible.
Where are the Eagles on here? There they go. All right. So the Eagles, let me just take a peek. I think they re-signed him. Brandon Johnson out there, so I can't do that. Grab right there. So we gotta push that. Oh, let's go Peyton Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I know they got Devin White and they got Warren Burks. Not a big fan. So
that's gross.
That's gross. let's get a not that Peyton Wilson's a sure thing, but he hasn't been injured lately. So let's go with it.
Yeah. Okay. Peyton Wilson it is for the Eagles. They'll be back up in a few.
Yep.
All right, Pittsburgh Steelers got to help my guys out. What did we do? We took Mims, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to Marius Mims.
Project and Mims. Mm-hmm.
This would have been the spot where I would have loved to have Jalen Polk.
Oh, yeah. I would agree.
Franklin, the only thing I'm worried about is Arthur Smith running a lot of digs and crossers.
All right.
I don't want Franklin doing that, to be
Doing that.
perfectly clear. I would like to have two guys who I think could do it. Right, Pickens can obviously survive that type of contact.
Yep.
Franklin, I'm a little a little more concerned.
There's two guys that I think. One would be Roman Wilson. I think would do it, and then the other guy who is a mystery apparently is Jermaine Burton. For some reason, not sure what the deal is, but there's some red flags, some talks about him, and I guess his attitude or whatever. But
perfect. Pickens and Burton, same team. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There it is.
We're doing it. We're gonna make it happen.
Let's do it.
SEC help for the Steelers.
All right, for the Commanders, I don't remember the scheme they run over there on D, so it's a 4-3. Okay. Yeah, Doris Armstrong, Farrell, not necessarily a fan of that. Got Dante Fowler on the outside as well. Solid in there. Solid. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the I am going to. Maybe I can't do it here. Can I? Safeties? No, I think their safeties are actually good players. Let's do Mikey Sanders still.
Okay,
let's do that. Yeah, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking to do Jeremiah Trotter.
Okay,
but that might be sacrilege. So we're gonna go Mikey Sanders still here.
I like that. Yeah, Sanders still. It seems like NFL really high on Sanders still. Yeah. Probably not escaping the second round. I know PFF has him, in the 34 spot, I believe. Yeah. So Jane Daniels, Kingsley Suamataia, and Mike Sanders still. Yeah. Pretty solid.
Solid. All right, Washington back on the clock. We got not Washington, excuse me. The Eagles are back on the clock.
Interesting.
Chase 53. Ooh, for Colson. I mean, what have we done for Green Bay so far? Let's take a peek.
We have gone Cooper DeJean, and we went Marshawn Nealand.
So we want to shore up the middle of the defense with Junior Colson. Is that what we're saying? So are we not fans of was it Quay Walker and
and nothing else.
And nothing. Yes. Oh man, he wasn't lying. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Green Bay makes a move here. Why does it say that?
I didn't realize your linebackers were a question mark.
Okay.
5 spots. Let's do this 5 spots. Let's do. You can do the 126.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the 126.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm not even. Looks like it'll work, but I'm just gonna force it anyway, just in case. Okay. There you go.
All right.
Packers fans, it's all defense to start the 2024 draft, at least in this
one.
It
is.
Junior Colson here.
Junior Colson, it is.
Yeah.
Shoring up that defense.
There you go. Back-to-back Michigan guys. But I mean,
right down the middle of the defense.
Green Bay, this is, easily happen. 3 defensive players, and they look mid-rounds for offensive line. Like, that could easily be how things go. Shoot. I forgot that this was going to be my Michael Hall spot because he's a young player.
Oh,
and that's what Cleveland likes, and I forgot. Shoot.
You can go. Is Brandon Dorless still on the board? You still go with Brandon Dorless?
Yeah, actually, let's do that. Yeah, let's go Dorless here for Cleveland. I like that. Yeah, I feel like that's their type too. They want
go Brandon Fisk, one of the two.
Could go Fisk.
Yeah,
I like Dorless. I think Dorless is going to have a better time rushing the passer because Fisk is just. I feel like the length is going to cause him some problems.
Yeah.
I trust Dorless more to play more snaps, I think, for this defense than I would Fisk. So I think let's go Dorless. Love the suggestion there. A CPGM guy right there for Cleveland.
Sure. Yes, sir.
All right, Miami. Yeah, we got it. We got to do this. This is I think we're going to do this just in case
Is it? Should I say it? Is it Xavier Worthy?
Yeah, I think.
I
I
mean,
mean, listen. Let me see what's here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm like thrilled. Am I thrilled here? Not as yeah. We're not.
as much.
Let's go.
Rosengard would be a
Let's.
good fit for them,
He
but
would.
you know,
That's true.
I
That's
think
true.
Miami fan I mean Xavier Worthy
Let's just go very
and
fast.
Tyreek, that'd be crazy. And then you got who's the other
Waddle,
Bama receiver? Waddle. There we
Waddle,
go. Yeah, that's I
Achan,
mean
Mostert. We
speed,
have
speed,
6
more
kick
speed.
returners on this team.
Yes,
The new
yes.
kickoff rules, we're leading the league in returns with Xavier
Everybody get
Worthy
their
on this
turn, man.
team.
Everybody will get their turn.
Goodness. I mean,
Yeah, wild.
listen, McDaniel talked to him, and I'm sure McDaniel's sitting there like, man, he's thinking to himself. He is. How could you not be thinking to yourself
Yes.
like, what if we had all of these guys on the See, but like the Dolphins are Al Davis, but they're like got like good players though.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now
exactly. We're not just picking the fastest players, guys that actually catch,
yeah.
get open, all that other kind of stuff. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think with Worthy especially, like you're not asking him to be a one in
Nope.
this scenario, and I don't think you should be asking him to be a one in any offense.
Yep.
Give him the motion stuff that Miami's going to work with. You're telling me you're going to give Worthy those type of looks, while also then you have Waddle and Hill to access the middle of the field.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
AFC East. I'm sorry. Good luck. Good luck. But it's all right.
Sounds like a lot of abuse come Sundays, man.
Yeah, that's tough. But see, New England defense against that offense will be fun.
It will, yeah.
How can physicality stop all that speed?
I think they'll slow it down, but
Yeah.
they'll a missed tackle here or there,
It's true.
will turn that game into a boat race. But all right, what did I do with the? Where did we go with the Cowboys?
I think you went Jared Verse, if I remember correctly.
I think you are correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Jared Verse to start things off for Dallas.
All right, let's go to the interior O line. Let me just take a peek.
Sure, Dallas would have liked to have Worthy there, although offensive line does matter to this team, no doubt.
Right. Christian Mahogany. Go to tackle real quick. That's Accenture there. Anybody we gonna convert over? Got Brandon Coleman. Got Roger Rosengard. Oh, let's go Roger Rosengard here for tackle. And then the Bucks.
I think Rosengarten's gonna go. I don't know. There's some talk.
Him going second round.
I might have some money on him to go round 1 at the moment.
Yo.
So I'm just if you're the Chiefs, right, and you like all the guys that you think are like ready-made pass protectors are gone, and you can't move. I'm not sure who else I'm like. Do you want Kingsley to enter that situation? I would feel bad for King. I want Kingsley to have a chance to get up to speed and like make sure he's found his best position. Like Rosengarten, I feel like I could just go, you get out there in true pass sets, protect Mahomes, and I think he'll just be like, yep, I got you, like no problem, like that. I feel like that's where that's coming from. Or nobody on this stream wants to hear it. Green Bay moves down to 31-32 and just picks him.
I wouldn't be that. I mean, yeah. They would be happy about it, but he's I think he's a plug and play, ready to go player. I think that last game that left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. But if you watch the rest of the season, that whoever the offensive line coach was for Washington did a really good job with those guys. So especially on the edges there. All right,
and Dallas needs it too. And that's really good to protect Dak.
Yeah. All right, so for the Bucks, what did I forgot what I did with them.
I did. Oh, Kool-Aid.
It's cool. Oh, yeah, Kool-Aid. Yeah, so we got the corner. Let's go tackle real quick. I just want to see something. Okay. Yeah, Patrick Paul. So I don't know if they would do this here. I don't think he would go that high. We won't do it. I was thinking Dominic Pooney to play the center, but I don't think he would go right there. He'd probably trade down and then grab him a little bit later. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do Dominic Pooney. Let's get him.
Why not?
Love.
Yes.
Let's do it, man.
Excellent.
Yes. It's a guy played tackle for Kansas, but I think he could play anywhere on the line. So in our assessment of the interior, I said he would be. His top position is center. I think his next position. I think what I gotta remember my notes. I said his next position I think would be tackle, and I think him playing guard is probably his worst position. But for the Bucks, he's gonna play tackle, or excuse me, center. So let's do that. Yeah.
Do you think I have a question, really quick? So I know we talk a lot about Graham Barton potentially playing all 5, and I'm wondering, like, hand placement wise, you know, and all that stuff. Is Pooney more ready to play all 5 than Barton? I'm not saying he'll play tackle as at high level as Barton or center as a high level at the same level as Barton.
Right.
But I'm wondering, do you think Pooney could be more of the 5 position flexible player than Barton?
Oh, that's a good question.
This is a conversation. Yeah, I've had this internal conversation with myself because one of the guys I follow who was a former Packer and he's doing stuff on this stuff was a former Packer lineman. He kind of talks about, like, I think Barton's just tackle center, he thinks. And so I'm like, okay, so is guard maybe just not the best spot for him? Is Pooney somebody who could do it, like all 5, and you'd be like decently comfortable, more so than Barton?
No, I think if I had to, I'd probably go Barton. I think Barton can play all 5. I like his ability to move. I think there is some work to do in terms of his hands, but he's to me he's a really good mover. Not that Pooney is not. I think to me Barton is the better mover than Pooney,
for sure.
To be honest. But yeah, I think Barton can play all 5.
Okay.
They're not far off from each other, so I understand the discussion and the thought process there. But
yeah, I had to bring that up because I was like, I gotta get somebody's opinion on this because Pooney's like for sure one of my guys in this class, stamped in, and I want Green Bay to pick him, starting probably at 58 and going. Obviously, would love it in the 3rd round, but I'm just looking at just watching him and being like, man, when he gets out of he definitely dips his head. There are definitely times where that happens, but he just feels like he's really good at regaining control, and it's whether or not a tackle or guard. I think his quicks are good enough. I don't think they're excellent like Barton's, right? You talk about how good of a mover Barton is, but it just there's something about truthfully these last 2 picks that you've made that I'm like, oh, they're just rock solid. Would love to have them on the team. And it's weighing that versus like a lot of the traitsy guys that we've picked between, 18 and 50, where it's like these guys could be, that's what's fun about the draft. Projection versus what this guy is already. And there could be ceiling still with both of these guys as well. Right. I think Rosengarten could add some more strength in the lower half. But
agreed.
I love this. All right. Took a lot of time there, but I love talking about Dominic Pooney. So
no, we can chop it up. That was a good thought. Between
Peyton Wilson, Quinyon Mitchell was the 1st rounder.
Okay, so defense. And I was thinking going Brandon Dolis with these guys, but you got him already.
Yeah.
We probably let me see something. They didn't get a receiver this offseason, did they? They didn't do anything like that. Let me see. Eagles. Let's see what they got. I got Paris Campbell. They got Devontae Parker. I mean, they got guys.
That's what it was. Parker. Yeah, that's what they signed. I was like, they signed somebody that was not like that much of a needle mover, but I remember they signed him. Yeah.
Let's I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go according to my board. I'm just gonna grab this guy because everybody wants to see him gone. But we're gonna grab Troy Franklin. We're gonna take him off the board. Did I take your guy?
Darn it! Two picks away. 2 picks away. Buffalo.
I forgot he was going to Buffalo.
Away, Buffalo. We almost had it. We almost had that.
Listen.
That's all right. We've got it back.
You got.
So we can work with something. Well, I'm gonna have to force the issue, and I think you and I both know who it's probably gonna be. So it's fine. All right, Franklin for Philly. Okay. All right, back to the team that just really doesn't need a whole lot, but what are we gonna?
We went
Edgerrin Cooper. I believe.
Is that
Was
where
the
it went?
first.
I
Yeah, Edger and
think,
Cooper.
yeah. This could
I
be your
mean, could this unit get better? I feel like it could. On
let
the
me see.
interior, do we have a tackle that can move in there? Oh,
I think they had oh, I forget his name. Coming up right now. Where's he at? Where'd he go? Got Tunsil out there. Kenyon Green, Jushra, Shaq. The only person that would be of question would be Kenyon Green.
okay. Which
That'd be the only person that would be of a question. But I think you could go with this team. I would go Braden Fisk.
yeah,
Yeah,
we did talk
because
about the 3 tech spot, didn't we?
yeah, because they got out of their defensive tackles, 4 of them are free agents, and I
Okay.
don't think they're on long term. I think one of them might be on a long term deal. The rest not. A bunch of 1 year deals. Or I mean, if you want to go rule, I listen. I don't know. I'm down because he would be the other one. It's between
Yeah.
Braden Fisk and Rook. Decisions. So you
I
got one guy who's
trust.
got some speed, first step quickness, get some penetration. Then you got Rook with a little bit more power, stand guys up, hold guys up.
I feel like they probably want Fisk, that type, a little bit more, right? I think that
Yeah,
they would lean that direction. So let's do that.
yeah.
Let's take Fisk for these guys. So Fisk and Cooper. I mean, let the board come to you because
Yep.
there's not a whole lot that you can do about not needing a whole lot. It's just very strange stuff. Okay. Buffalo, we kind of,
Messed you
unfortunately,
up.
we pretty much messed you up. Obviously, Baker would have been the one where I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, that would
absolutely.
have been
If
a
he
match
was,
made in heaven. Yeah.
yeah. So, um, I my mind goes right here.
Jalen McMillan.
First and
Listen,
foremost,
he
that's where I lean.
he was the guy that I was watching this entire season. And he was actually I was watching him more on him than I was Rome or even Polk. I thought Polk was kind of a distant third, and then McMillan got hurt. And then Rome did his thing. He's been doing his thing, and then Polk he kind of just made McMillan kind of an afterthought. Even when McMillan came back, it was still him kind of took him a while to kind of get going. I don't think he ever got back going, but he's an excellent slot.
Yeah. I guess my one wonder is, I meant, you probably, if you think he's a slot, then you probably don't go that direction because of, I think Shakir and Dalton Kincaid are going to do a
Can do
lot
that.
of middle field stuff for you, and maybe this
Yeah.
is just kind of unfortunate where we sit right now.
I mean, if you, I think Roman Wilson could do that, which he was a little bit bigger, but or you can go Malachi Corley. I know Cal Corley got some things to do in terms of running some routes, but the ball in his hands. I like those 3 guys for this team. I think Buffalo has a type.
Yeah, I mean, or
or
we get a nice little look at maybe what this defensive line could be in a couple years. I know they've got, I guess they've got a lot of under contract stuff here.
Let me look here.
There's a lot of guys under contract, and yet it feels like this defensive line is like, it's fine. Could be better. Oh.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking that the secondary could be really, really good with Wiggins and Tyler Newman in it.
Ooh, let's see. Yeah, because they got Mike Edwards, Taylor Rapp. Yeah.
I feel like as much as I want to go receiver here and find something for you guys in Buffalo
Force it in there. Yeah.
I don't want to force it because as much as I like McMillan, it just feels like option routes. A lot of he destroys leverage at such a high level. But I just don't. I don't want to push Shakir out wide to do that. Even though I think like McMillan's pretty quick, pretty fluid player who could obviously provide. I think he could provide Allen with some deep threat stuff as well. But I think Samuel could do it. Yeah, let's not force. I mean, Tyler Newman is ranked very highly here. I mean, it's you still have him as safety one. I just feel like I know the athletic testing wasn't great, but if you have him in a split field, defense, or you're allowing him to like robber whole coverage, poach the middle of the field, I love it. And I think Buffalo's more of that too high shell stuff, right? So
they are, yeah.
So that type of defense with Wiggins and Newman in it, okay,
yeah. And here's the thing with the safety position. This is just my opinion. I don't need my safety to be, super athletic, sparky, whatever you want to call it. I don't need him to be that. And I can always go back to Kyle Hamilton. Like
for sure,
it wasn't good, right?
No, it wasn't.
And look at him, right? So yeah,
he's outstanding.
Yeah.
This would, I mean, yeah, I know Bills fans would not be pleased at all. I understand. We're in shambles. But like Josh, just be inhuman again. Thanks, and thanks. While we'll figure something out, but we need you to. We're going to try and keep teams in games now. Our defense, the secondary, I think, is getting a giant boost with these two.
Would this be a team you would, the Buffalo Bills, would you trade for Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
There you go. See?
You want to do it right now?
Yeah.
You typically get it. I'll give you the 2025 one.
That's the well, let you know this thing gets a little funky when you try to
do players. But we can force it.
Yeah.
We'll force it when they come on the clock at 63. Right. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
All right, now we can speak to it. All right.
Yeah, 2 picks each now for the rest of us here. The championship, conference championship teams, the final 4.
All right. What did we do for the Lions thus far?
Darius Robinson.
Oh yes.
Whew.
Go to corner real quick. Let me just see what's there. TJ Tampa, Rossiter, Andrew Phillips. Andrew Phillips is one of those guys.
Yeah,
I think he would fit the scheme. I think he's a Dan Campbell guy.
Corner's actually looking pretty nice here.
It is. Ronaldo Green is also their type.
Man.
Man. Go. Let me see how greedy I can get here. Just take a peek here.
Roman Wilson and ARSB. That's wild. Would not have imagined.
Listen, you know what? Let's do Roman Wilson, man.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, let's be greedy. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
2 guys are gonna get open.
Yeah, which I mean that's all you can ask for. Like I don't know if he's running the dig really well. Wilson is, but he's running the intermediate crosser as well, which is exactly what he's got enough speed to get away from guys on those. Goff will definitely like that. Yeah, that's nice. What the heck did Baltimore do? Oh, JPJ.
JPJ.
Yes. What else? What fell to us here that we can take advantage of? Well, there's some. I don't think we're gonna go receiver.
I'll leave that alone. Yeah, you'd be able to get a guy in the 3rd.
Well, McMillan's nice though.
Yeah, McMillan would be nice. McMillan would be nice.
Maybe it's early, but like I feel like
Blake Fisher.
Put Blake Fisher with his enough movement skills that he has, and the power that he can unleash.
I like that for this scheme specifically.
Yeah.
Blake Fisher. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Love Amagaji. We cannot be putting him out there at right tackle immediately to help the offense. We can't be doing that. We can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Love him.
If it were to work out, that would be crazy.
Incredible.
It'd be fantastic, right? Because
Yeah.
it'd be a good fit too. But I understand where you're coming from in terms of just throwing him out there. You have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, super boring draft for Baltimore, but like also at the same time, you have JPJ and Blake Fisher now.
Yep, solid offensive
back on
line.
this line with Stanley's got questions. There's no doubt health wise. You have Linderbaum though as well. Like that. I feel a lot better now going to sleep on Friday night with those two guys in the building.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Meat and potatoes draft. Yeah.
Just DaCosta has no problem doing that. Okay.
Here we go.
So, okay. Buffalo has this. All right. Boom. Ayuk. And I think you can. I mean,
it's not gonna let you. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, okay. And you can still make the pick here for fun.
Yeah.
But 2025 one going for Brandon Ayuk for the Bills because we didn't get what we wanted.
Oh.
But that's what we're gonna do. Remember the Niners, for those who might have forgotten, the Niners have Leggett. It's okay, right?
Yes. They're like, what's happening? What do you mean?
Yeah, right. Before there's any like, what just happened? They got Drew thought about this ahead of time. He got them a receiver at 31, and now, still picking here.
Yep.
Plenty of options.
Is in the books. Let's go slide over to corner. Let me just take a look here.
Absolutely. Whoa, I scrolled too far.
Slide over to interior real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go corner. With BB, it's not bad. I don't think I want to go with.
We like Cooper Beebe in the. Well, I mean, Kyle's done some power stuff, I guess.
He has.
He's done some of it, so it's not. I guess it's not insane to think about that.
No, it's not.
For a second, I was like, "Wait a minute, this is." But
do I want to do it?
A lot of spots.
You know what?
There are obviously still some corners there that could help you out, but
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get Amagaji, and we're gonna sit him. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Oh, they've long played. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Amagaji going there. Okay. Yeah. So this. I mean, it would be great to just be like, oh yeah, let's get somebody. I feel like Coleman's probably
the guy you want to go with here.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can handle himself out at tackle, which, I mean, 2022 was good.
Solid, yeah, looks good.
I mean, I don't know about you. I thought the film I was surprised pleasantly with how he played. Like, I was not expecting to see independent hand usage from this guy, especially from somebody who was like way down a lot of the consensus boards.
Yeah.
I think he gets shocked a little bit with inside moves, and that's where maybe you're concerned more so about him playing tackle.
Right, you want to kick him inside to protect them. Yeah.
But I don't want the guy who gives up his chest like every play.
Patrick Paul.
Did you watch Voss Lombardi break down any of that Senior Bowl film?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh, him with Patrick Paul. He's like, my guy's out here looping like it's a carnival ride, man. Like he's just like roasting the hand usage. I'm like, man. He's like, man, you have that kind of length. What are we doing here?
What do you?
We need some coaching. Yeah, I don't think there's any other direction. I
wouldn't. I might pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, just because I'm a little concerned maybe about Coleman playing left tackle.
Right.
Yeah, I'd like this. Let's go.
So you don't have to press.
Yeah, let's go, Rook. Let's let the board come to us a little bit here. Okay. Well, there you go. 2 rounds. We've earned some awards apparently from PFF. That love that. Great.
Appreciate you, PFF. Appreciate you.
They don't show the whole thing.
I thought they did.
Oh wait, yeah, they do. I got full results. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, we could go team by team, but I think we can roll down the board a little bit, pick out some of our favorite stuff. I mean, you see 4 QBs going 5 picks. Shouldn't be shocking, I don't think, to anybody. We know Minnesota wants to be aggressive, right? Like that's been documented. 5 QBs and 6 picks, though, a little different.
Right.
Sure, you talked about it. You guys are big on Penix, and if I don't think it's crazy to say he's going top 15. We've mentioned the Raiders' interest a bunch of times, so I think it's.
I think the Raiders are the last team. That would be the last team that would take a quarterback. But I think if you want to get your guy, you're gonna have to trade up to get him. And the last of the Mohicans in this case would probably be Bo Nix.
Yeah.
So it'll probably go somewhere in the teens, I would imagine. So
yeah, over under is 5.5 QBs.
Oof.
Is that 6th one going to be picked in the first? But anything, I mean, obviously Penix to the Giants. Very, different, but you can follow chalk all you want. That's boring. The NFL draft is never chalky, man. Who had Jahmyr Gibbs going 12th last year? Nobody did, right?
No.
Like, I mean, I think we shouldn't be shocked by anything tomorrow. I mean, I've seen your guys' reaction. I remember mine and Nate's, and I remember the Around the 4 and 2 guys' reaction to Gibbs being the pick. Probably going to see something like that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we will.
Oh, yeah.
So anything else jump out to you in the top 10? I think there's
trading up to get Malik.
Yeah.
Trading up to get Malik. I know you said that this is probably, I think we said it too on the channel, is that if Bowers were to fall to the Colts, they'd probably snatch him up. But if they want that. Not that, a game changer from the receiver position, they're probably going to have to trade up to get one of the top 3 guys in Neighbors, Harrison, and Roma Dunze. And that's what you did.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I love that idea of the Colts just saying, man, let's just do this thing. We're going all in. Very surprised how well their O-line did this year. Like, truthfully, I'm kind of shocked. I think Bears going Murphy, I think that's moving towards like being the favorite in the clubhouse right now of that pick. I love that. I think the first defender off the board for him. I think the only defender in the first 12. Because we had 3 trade ups at wide receiver. So forgot about the Brian Thomas one. That's what I'm talking about.
Was put that speed on the field with those 2 other receivers that know how to get open. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard in the NFC West, man.
That's tough. That is tough.
Yep.
So yeah, do you like Neighbors as the best of those 3 trade up fits, or obviously you mentioned Thomas is kind of being a beneficiary of the 2 other guys who can do a lot in terms of blocking, getting open, finding space, but
because I think Neighbors gives the Colts a different element that they don't necessarily have on the roster right now, in terms of winning in that short to intermediate and then turning that thing into something that's, as Juice would say, hit his head on the goalpost, man. Dangerous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think Neighbors is the most well-built, hit your head on the goalpost guy in recent memory. Waddle might be the other one, but even Waddle I think was he's probably near 180, right? He's not.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He
wasn't.
Neighbors is in the 190s. He's built for a dude.
He takes some hits. Man, be physical. Yeah.
I will say though, a Dunze to Jacksonville when they need to, they gotta show people they're not folding right now with Houston. Think about this division right now. The Jags go get a Dunze, right? Mm-hmm. We gave the Titans Alt and we gave them McConkey. Yep.
Turn things up so I can get it. Yeah.
So we're throwing the kitchen sink at Will Levis to make sure that he is, the guy. The Texans can do whatever the heck they want. We gave them 2 defensive players, but they have Diggs. And then the Colts go get Malik. if
You got to
if
stay up with
Levis
the Joneses.
if Levis plays solid football, you cannot take a week off in this division at all. You can't.
Nope.
And so
No, and you got to stay up with the Joneses, man. Like, and that's what essentially what you did with the Jaguars going to get a Rome Odunze. We gotta make sure we got those playmakers on the outside, and Rome Odunze is going to give you that consistently, man. Just get it in his area. He can go and snatch it up out of the air.
yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing is he can. With Lawrence had to be about as precise as possible with the guys that they had last year.
Yeah.
This one now with Rome you don't have to be super precise. You can feel more confident challenging things vertically now.
Yep.
With Odunze in the building. And Odunze not going to Chicago, just love that. That's the biggest win right here. Honestly, I don't want to face Murphy twice a year. I don't, but I really don't. I really want to root for Odunze every week. And I know I can't do that if he's in Chicago.
Yeah.
All right.
That's funny.
So keep moving down the board here. 11 through 20. Anything jump out here to you?
So I know Seattle fans wondering why Fuaga was selected there at the tackle position. Obviously, that was just me saying, "Hey, we're gonna kick him inside the guard." I mean, if he ends up, I know. I was talking to Mr. C. Prasky yesterday, and he was talking about one of the tackles. I can't remember which one. It has a knee injury or knee issues. So if they needed to kick him out at tackle, he can do that. But this is for him to play guard. So so don't panic. Relax. It's okay. And then we went Olu there with the Saints because they need offensive line in the worst way. Probably one of the worst. They're probably the top team that needs offensive linemen in general. And then you did the thing with going with Amarius Mims with Pittsburgh, man. Like, listen, we're going to get nasty. We're going to get disgusting, assuming Mims stays healthy, and having Mims on the right and Broderick Jones on the left, man. We want more than 3 yards to carry, man. So,
Yeah. I mean, 2 move backs as well. The Falcons and Jets both move back in those receiver trades, and I think land players they would have selected at the picks that they were currently at before the trade.
Yep.
You get back, you get Latu. Obviously, there's a lot of smoke about Turner being the pick. You would have had him available as well, and he goes 19th to Denver, who moves down. Well, there you go. Dana's saying the Cardinals might make some calls, which Monty, yeah, he'll make some calls. There's no doubt. He might be on the phone for that. Denver moved down a bunch and still get Bo Nix. They might. You never know. But Turner there. I know the Jets fans maybe not thrilled about trading out of Rome Odunze or Brock Bowers at 10.
Yeah, they'd probably screw him.
But like Fatanu and spoiler as we go through this a little bit, like Javon Baker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very
you made up for it. Made
I'm
up for it big time. And listen, what does it look like when you don't have your quarterback for the Jets? I mean, this season was over before it even started.
Yeah.
So and so we want to make sure we protect the franchise and Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, and you made up for it with Javon Baker. That was the perfect pick. Not to spoil it, like you said.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like I'd be pretty thrilled, and I think you give Rodgers one look at the Javon Baker tape, and he goes, okay.
Good.
I see a little something here with this guy that I've seen with some other guys that I've enjoyed playing football with.
Mm-hmm.
So this, especially what he does at the catch point, like that's going to make him very pleased with like, I can throw him back shoulder. I can lead him down the field. He can make an adjustment to track the football. He's going to do a lot of things that are really exciting. Plus, Rodgers likes to throw the goal ball every now and then, he likes to let it loose down the field, and Baker can do that as well. So yeah, I think, the tackle run right there. The last thing about this 11 to 20 might be just where it starts. It could start earlier, but once like you said, once it goes, and it continued a little bit here as we move in. Like Guyton goes 23rd. So there's a lot to like here too. I think there's some, Philly doing their thing, of course.
Getting that corner, shoring that up. I like Johnny Newton to the Dolphins there because they lost. They need help all over the D line. Got 2 guys, the 2 edge players injured, and then you have Christian Wilkins who walked out the door. I think somebody else walked out the door too. So Jason Newton there kind of fills a hole, and he can play. I think he can play anywhere on the defensive line, play any scheme that you want. So he's scheme versatile there. And then Green Bay, I think we went par for the course, or we kind of went with the normal Cooper DeJean there. And then I think Dana said she liked the Graham Barton pick in terms of the playing center, guard, whatever we're doing with Graham Barton, we're just gonna fit him in and play him. And then I think the favoriteest pick, if that's even a word, is Darius Robinson here to the Lions. Man, I love that. Every time I see it, I just like every time he's there on the board and I'm picking up the Lions, it's an easy thing for me.
Oh yeah,
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, love that. Bill's not forcing the issue at receiver. Leggett and Mitchell. Leggett could be their guy maybe at 28. Maybe that's where they're looking.
Yeah.
But I do think Wiggins in a defense that they've set up could really feast.
Good fit. Yep.
I know it's not what you want. I understand. But we got Ayuk in Buffalo.
Yeah.
If you're wondering why Leggett is a pick for the Niners at 31. 2025 one going to the Niners for Brandon Ayuk going to now Buffalo. So
Buffalo fans, you're happy now, man. Shirt up the defense or shirt parts of the defense up for you, and got you a receiver, a guy who's going to separate and can make things happen with the ball in his hands, man. So yeah.
I got to ask, of course, before we move to the second round, how would you feel if Kool-Aid's the pick tomorrow night for Tampa?
The Bucks?
Yeah,
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm good with them going Barton. I'm good with them going JPJ. I'm good with them going Kool-Aid, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. The one player that would send me through the roof if they got him is Latu.
Okay.
Now where I'm like, if he's on the board, if he's in the anywhere close to 20, I think you just go and get him, because him and JTS, I can't think of his first name.
Oh,
Shoyan.
Oh, Joe Tryon Shoyinka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes. That's his homeboy. Like, they're friends. He says that's the guy he calls every week when he was at UCLA. So
okay.
So yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I would not, if I were a Bucs fan, I would not be pleased if they passed on Latu at 26. Honestly, if Latu's available at 25 for Green Bay, I'm probably making that pick. I'm probably making it. Like, it's too good. It feels too good to be true there. So one thing on Latu, I know we're chilling. We're just, as long as you're good on time.
Yeah, I'm good. You're good.
DJ said that like 18 to 20 teams took Latu off their board, have taken him off their board. Did you hear what Schrager said?
No.
Schrager said he can't find a team that doesn't have him on their board.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know what the heck's going to happen with Latu. Maybe he is just going top. Maybe he is just going top 12. We have, and we're just like, oh yeah, medically he could fall in the 20s, and it's like, no. NFL teams go like, no, we've seen the tape. He's not. We're not letting that happen.
Nah, he checked the box at the Senior Bowl. He was asked that question. He's like, no, I'm good. Like they said, at one point I would never play football again, but here I am, and there's nothing wrong with me. Like I'm good to go. There's nothing holding me back. So if we're throwing the red flags, we're throwing the injury red flags around, I think it's a smoke screen. I don't think it's real. Okay. Yeah.
Because I know Brett Coleman had him going to Baltimore, in the mock he did last night.
Yeah, that ain't happening. The Bucs will be the last team that would take him that far down. I just don't think it's happening.
Yeah,
But
I mean, that would be classic Baltimore. There's no doubt about that. Like if you're trying to project someone that's like, how is he here? Yeah, that's about right. Barton would probably be another one.
Yep,
that would be in that same vein. JPJ. We talked about Leggett a little bit. Like, just big and fast for that scheme is going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
And Adnai for the Chiefs. They got a guy who can catch the ball. That's nice. That's nice. Any other thoughts on round one, or do we want to?
No, you're good. That jump? You're good.
All right, we'll jump to round two a little bit. We'll take a look here, starting at 33.
Ricky,
I think you did phenomenal for Carolina. Just saying, like,
Yeah. But
I'll give you the floor on that.
Yeah, shirt up the needs for Carolina, man. Listen, the number one need right now is receiver. I think they did a good job in terms of free agents that they got this past offseason, but receiver is the one where it's kind of the eyesore there, and I think they know that. So this might be a team. I'm not sure what picks they have that they have this year, next year, but this is a team that could possibly trade up if Adonai falls, or if Xavier, whoever it is that they kind of have in that between, I'd say maybe receiver, maybe 6 to about 10, whoever they have there. If a guy falls or the receiver position is going hot and heavy in that first round, they may trade up to go get a guy. And I think Ricky Pearsall is a good fit for them. That boy's always open, man. Just got to get him the football so he can make things happen. Strong hands, willing to go in there and in the middle of the field and catch the football and take the contact, man. You see that consistently with him there. And then got that Zach Frazier. Love him at center. I think some people are talking about maybe him playing guard, but definitely for this team in particular, he's going to play center. So it's two solid needs that are alleviated.
Yeah, big time. Because I think we had Pearsall, McConkey was available, of course. There are a few other guys, Polk, and maybe Jalen Polk's an interesting one for them. When we make that turnaround, I think Schrager put Polk 32nd in his mock last week or earlier this week to Kansas City. Teams might really be liking Jalen Polk, which could be fun. You asked about Carolina. They have 65, 101, and then they have 141 and 142.
Okay.
So four other picks in the top 150. That's we can work with that. It hurts to lose Burns. It obviously hurts to lose what could have been Jalen Carter and Caleb Williams, which is a really tough scene to think about. But do what you can right now. Right now you're Carolina. You're at the 9 to 5. You're not the CEO yet, right? You got to kind of just punch the clock a little bit, get good players in the building.
Yep. And
if Bryce doesn't pan out, you go make something happen then when you're ready to roll again. So, yeah, I think this is about as this is what they should want. O-line receiver, that type of combination. Obviously, we have the big move up. Bo Nix, we go get 16? Yeah, 16 spots.
16 spots, yep.
After the move down. So Denver gets Dallas Turner, Bo Nix, which if you ask people, doing some mocks, they'd be like, aren't both of those guys going top 20? Maybe. But in this scenario, Denver gets both somehow. So, yeah, and I think Nix, somebody was talking about, like, who would not handle Sean Payton chewing them out like all the time, right? Like Payton's probably going to be that type of coach. Like he's going to get on the QB, the young QB. Nix has had a lot of experience.
Yep.
Right. He's struggled in the SEC, found a little resurgence. He's probably seen it all, honestly, with 61 starts. Is that right? Like, I feel like that's
he'll be all right.
Penix, who have seen a lot. I think either of them could be fine there and not have a problem.
I'd agree.
Yeah, Harbaugh going Michigan's easy money at some point in this draft, so not too much to say there. Marshawn Kneeland, Green Bay. I mean,
fit like a glove.
Yeah, it's tailor made. There aren't one of the guys that does a lot of the Green Bay stuff and like makes those thresholds and like is looking at all that stuff. There aren't a lot of fits for Green Bay in terms of that size in this draft.
Right.
Most of them are day 3 players. It's kind of like Latu, because he's like about 260-ish. Kneeland, and then like they were hoping it was Braswell. Braswell's around 250. That's a little dicey. And then you get guys like Brennan Jackson, Cedric Johnson, Eric Watts from Connecticut way down there. Like it's a lot of projects after that. So if you're gonna go get one,
go get them.
Have to.
Yeah, yep. Because the tier break is kind of falling off a cliff, right? So grab your guy and get out of Dodge. Yeah, that makes sense.
If Kneeland's the high ceiling swing,
Mm-hmm.
It's a great situation to be entering yourself into if you're Marshawn Nealand. LVN, Gary, Preston, all there right now,
Yeah.
healthy and ready to go.
Yep.
So, and Edgerrin Cooper, I mean, Houston's just getting better by the second.
I mean, it's embarrassment of riches.
Yeah. Man, it's insane how quickly they have turned this thing around.
Hey man, free
it's
agency awesome. And you talk about coaching, man. Like coaching matters. You got to be able to have the right guys in the building. Preaching the right thing, teaching the right things, and having the right quarterback and having the pieces around him. Like you look at the Bryce Young and his situation. Receivers is an issue. Offensive line is an issue. And then you look at C.J. Stroud, where offensive line is actually good, run game's good, has the receivers, and it's just like it's complete opposites of each other, right? I wonder if you flip the quarterbacks, what would that look like? What would people be saying about the quarterbacks, right? It's right. Yeah. Sometimes it's where you go, how things work out.
Stroud, it was a pick. It might have been a pick 6 where he threw it against New England in like preseason.
Yes,
and people were like immediately out.
They're
like, it's over. He's bad. It's over.
Yes.
So done. And it's like, okay, sure. That felt very, oh my gosh, Jamar Chase is dropping the football type of thing that was going on there. It was the same type of deal where it's like, okay. Like, I don't think Stroud's trying to be aggressive in the preseason for fun. Like what?
Where is he supposed to make the mistakes, or where is he supposed to try stuff? Is it just in practice, or should we try this in the game and see what it looks like?
Yeah, right. You want to try it in the preseason, or do you want to try it in the wild card round against the Browns when you want to win a football? Like,
right?
You might as well figure out what you can and can't get away with pretty quickly.
Yes.
And like the Patriots, not a bad team to be testing that against, honestly.
Right.
No matter who it is. So, yeah, I mean, Kingsley, good project for Washington, gives you some potential flexibility there as well.
Left, right tackle, yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah. Lot going on here. This was very much the let's just go this guy. Very much this portion of the draft. Dana saying Edgerrin Cooper and Brandon Dorless, why I want more picks in the second. Yeah. I mean, Arizona, I love the idea of Arizona doing this. They moved down from 4. I know it's giving up Marvin Harrison Jr. is like, hey, pun intended, cardinal sin, pun intended, right? But like, they could move back from, if they go to 11, right, move up to 8 with Atlanta, they take a Dunze from somebody, probably. Yep. Good chance. If you otherwise, awesome. He's done it before. You can go back up to 6, 5, whatever he wants to do. Go get a receiver if he's feeling himself as much as he seems to be right now. But they can pick up a lot of seconds and do a heck of a lot of damage, after just getting a Dunze. And I would not be mad at that at all for them.
Churn up that defense, because they need a player at each level of that defense for sure. Yeah,
they do. That's true. Third round, could be looking at a Cedric Gray, could be looking at Trotter. If you like those types, they're going to have. I'm really excited about Arizona. I want to see them flip this script really quickly too. Would be fun to see. They're not pleased that we got some nice value with Nealand at 41. The guy who's on the account, I think Smitty's probably on the account right now. He has Nealand as his edge 3. So he is ticked that he is still available at 41. So see, this is
oh man.
You know how it goes. Green Bay gets those steals sometimes, and it's tough to watch. But see, feeling better now, I think. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So you just gotta see the full picture. Gotta see the whole picture.
Yeah.
See the whole picture. On.
Mims and Jermaine Burton, I feel like you should be pretty thrilled with that, honestly.
Man.
Yeah, what do we like here? Obviously, Drew, you had the Falcons, you moved back in the neighbors trade, you landed Latu, and you get, potentially 2 impact players right here.
I did. Hopefully, Headley's happy with the Coleman pick. That's, he is first Falcons, and you got State coming in there. And then I see that you got, Christian Haynes there for the Raiders, sure up that offensive line. And then did we ever get a quarterback for the Raiders, or no? We
did not.
We did not. All right, so
maybe we're moving up in round 3.
No. That was supposed to be the Spencer Rattler. That's where Spencer Rattler was going in round 3. I think that's how that was going to work out. If we got there.
We were prepared to move up from 77. We were prepared if we needed to. So,
scoop them and then see what happens. Adiza Isaac there. I know that the Saints usually pick these bigger, stronger power edge guys, but we're going to do something a little bit different though. Although Adiza Isaac can hold up in the run game, so I think that's the trade off you take there in terms of maybe you're giving up a, a the normal type that the Saints would take in terms of a power edge. But again, he can hold up in the run. And I think at the Senior Bowl, he showed you something in terms of his pass rush ability out there. And then got a corner that I know Headley likes for the Falcons there, and Rakestraw.
Those Rakestraws. I do you like? Where do you have Rakestraw at?
Ooh, let me look. Let me look.
While you're looking, I want to share this really quick. Like this is, I mean, that's not like small. Isaac pushing 250.
Oh no, yeah, he's not small.
Look at, I mean, the 10-yard and the agility and the, the explosiveness stuff. That's very Penn State.
That is very Penn State.
Like we're not shocked. Those numbers are not super.
They got a type.
So yeah,
they got a type and they stick to it.
Yeah.
Rakestraw's 8 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching him play. He is
fun
in your face, and he can, I think he can transition pretty fluidly, especially when you get into those like where it's not really a full speed turn when it's vertical, right? Where you kind of have to snap almost to the post a little bit. Just looks really fluid when he can make that turn and that slight adjustment on his path. Like, I'd be fine with Rakestraw in Green Bay for sure.
Yeah.
So I think he can do outside inside stuff, and that's you have to. We kind of mentioned it earlier, like having a nickel who can do a lot of things for you. Like I think Rakestraw falls under there. We talked about DeJean. I think Max Melton falls under there. I think Andrew Phillips could go to that direction. He played a lot of them against like Tennessee. You saw a lot of snaps there in Missouri. I think both of those games. You kind of, I mean, it's nice to have that a little bit of flexibility. So
always the nickel is it's a starting position. So yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Speaking of Washington, you got Sainer still to start the nickel spot. So they're
that's the number one nickel spot apparently in this draft. Mikey Sanderstill, and he's an extremely smart player. I think I saw on Twitter where he said Jalen Polk said, "Yo, man, he's calling out our plays, man, like before the snap, like what is going on here?" So that just speaks to his intelligence and him watching the tape and understanding, what teams are trying to do. So, and he's a guy who's coming downhill to lay some pads. So, and then
I would like Goody to break the thresholds completely for him. I don't really don't care, don't care at all.
Just go and get him.
Do the Jaden Reed thing again, but with Sainer still. Like seriously, just do that.
Man.
I don't. Come on. But yeah, a lot of receivers here too. A lot of receivers here coming off.
Got Jalen Polk here. Then match him up with Michael Penix, reunite those guys. And then you got Javon Baker, as we talked about earlier. That way, people are upset about missing out on, those Rome or Malik Neighbors. Now made it up here with Javon Baker. A little bit of a different receiver in terms of not a Malik Neighbors. He's probably closer to Rome in terms of his ability. But I think Rome can create a little bit more separation. But sure. Baker, the way Baker wins is just put it near him, right? Yeah. And he's going to go up and get it, whether he has to stretch and go get it, whether it be a back shoulder, or whether he has to contort his body to be in position to make the play. But, Rodgers will get that to him. That's not an issue. And then you got Jermaine Burton, as we talked about earlier, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And obviously it sounds like he's a head case. That's what word on the streets or something to that. But Pittsburgh is the team that usually can deal with those guys, or at least deal with them enough for them to play long enough for them to win football games and, see what happens with Jermaine Burton there. And then we got 2 linebackers that went here as well, and Peyton Wilson, which is a much needed thing for the Eagles.
Yeah.
And then Junior Colson. I think we traded up to get Junior Colson there. Yeah. Who made that suggestion? I forget who that was.
That I believe
who that was.
Schmidt, I thought made that suggestion.
Yeah, I think that's who it was. Yeah. Is that who it was? That was
Yes.
Good
I like that.
Yeah, I liked it too. Yeah, I didn't realize y'all were a little 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 light there.
Little light,
Wait a
yeah.
minute, who are these guys? Never heard of them. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good fit there.
Who's Isaiah McDuffie, and why is he listed as a starter in Green Bay?
Yes,
That's
yes.
and that's been a lot of the discussion for
Green Bay.
for Packers fans this offseason is like, all right, how are they going to address linebacker? Like Edger and Cooper have more of two will linebackers kind of thing, run and chase with a lot of space they can cover in Walker and Cooper, or do you go get a Mike linebacker for this defense?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's more Coulson. It might be Peyton Wilson. I think it's possible for him to do it.
Possible. Yeah, it depends on the scheme.
I think Trayvon Wallace is going to be somebody Green Bay's looking at third round and beyond. So I think they need that. Now, Drew, underrated storyline here is you mentioned Polk and Sainristil. They're in the same division. So in this mock, so Sainristil's going to be calling out the Giants plays twice a year, and Polk's going to still be frustrated about it and say, how does he keep doing this to me? Underrated storyline in the NFL right here.
That's funny. That's funny.
Now we have to watch that. Now I'll be watching Friday to be like, all right, where's Sainristil going if Polk already went? Please be in the same division. I need this. I need this to keep going.
Why is this guy following me? This has to stop. This has to stop. Yeah, that's funny.
I love
that.
It.
Is funny.
Bengals, we went ho-hum. Trenches, right? Latham and Hall. Love that. Dorless for the Browns. I mean...
Yeah, I think the discussion was
he kept telling me like you gotta start picking this guy. You gotta
take him here. I did throw Braden Fisk in there for you, but you're like, no, I think you prefer not. I agree with you. Preferred Brandon Dorless.
Yeah.
For the Browns, you can move him around the line of scrimmage. You can play pretty much anywhere on that line of scrimmage. You line him up next to Myles Garrett. You might have some issues going on there with them there. So. And then Xavier Worthy, we talked about this. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I was going to say we just before you said Xavier, we created another little mini tackle run here late in the second.
Oh, so, yes.
Yeah. Go ahead on Worthy. I think Worthy is probably the most unhinged pick just because why not, right?
Why not? Why? I mean, sometimes these teams kind of build themselves. They kind of build themselves up a particular way, and you just kind of stay with the mold, even if it's not necessarily needed. It's just like, well, why not? Just, this team, the Dolphins, it's speed, more speed. Why not? And like you said earlier, Xavier Worthy doesn't have to be the number one. Doesn't have to be the hero, right? Yeah. You got within that offense. Nobody necessarily has to be the hero. They just kind of put those guys in the best position to succeed based on the formation, the guys moving in motion and all those things, and then one or two guys are open to it, gets it to them, and it's lights, camera, action, and Xavier Worthy will be a part of that. So, yeah,
that's just insane stuff to think about. If the Dolphins continue to do this, which why not? Although
they might have to if they can't fix that defense, right? So they might have to outscore everybody, and the thing with them though, I think too, is that they're going to have to. If they don't fix the defense, which I don't know they'll be able to do everything this offseason in general, but if they go with Xavier Worthy and they kind of forego the defensive thing, I think that they're going to have to get home field advantage because them going and playing -4 degree weather that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, Buffalo would like to let you know, Miami, that we got Wiggins and Tyler Nubin. Dare you to come on the road in January. Come on. Dare you.
Come on down.
Yeah, come on up here. Come on. Enjoy the lake effect. But yeah, I think it's just a kind of a why not thing. And then we kind of started a run with tackle. You kind of started it with Dallas, and I feel like when you look, 3 of the 4 are very much they're going to find a spot immediately, and then you have one that
we don't got them.
Drew, this might be as good of a spot
as
there is for Amagaji, where it's like, okay, all Shanahan has to say is, listen, McKivitz is starting right now. He's going to start at right tackle. We're not going to mess with that, but just might have another, miniature Trent Williams, kind of.
Yeah, just
no big
wings,
deal.
Waiting.
He's just sitting.
Yeah, we'll get him right. Figure it out. Right? Yeah. I just it came to me. I was thinking to go corner, but I was like, thinking about tackle, and I said, thought about Trent Williams. Said, "Yeah, this a match made in heaven right here, man. You don't have to rush him out there. He can sit. He can learn. If you need him in a pinch or somebody gets injured, right, you can throw him out there. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's just a sit and wait and let him learn. And then when it's time, it'll be his time."
Yeah. 100%.
Mhm.
Is there? I mean, do you feel like is Kool-Aid Pooney like a start that you'll be like thrilled with, or you maybe less thrilled with Pooney being a second round pick? But like I don't know.
No,
If Green Bay
I'm
took Kool-Aid at 25 and Pooney at 58,
all right.
I would be jumping.
You'd be
I'd
good.
be
Yeah,
jumping,
no,
to be
I'm
honest.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
So it depends on who's on the board, right? If they just pass on somebody, I'm like, what? Why did we pass? But otherwise, based on how this
Yeah.
went, no, I would be.
Okay.
I'm ecstatic. I'd be good. I'd be good with
Okay.
that. I'd be happy. Yeah, because you've essentially kind of fixed the offensive line with Pooney, and then the corner position. I don't know if an extremely high need. I think center's probably the more important position, to be honest with
Sure.
you, maybe even edge. But I don't know, Bucks fans, they weren't happy with our Buccaneers mock draft. They blamed me for not drafting a corner until the seventh round or whatever. Even if I did, I don't remember. They weren't happy with it because they have two starting corners, so it's not like it's
Yeah.
not a pressing need, but one of the corners can't stay healthy, so I understand that. So
Yeah.
that's where Kool-Aid comes in. So
Yeah. I mean, no
yeah,
doubt. Dana seems to be high on Keon Coleman here, finding his way into top 10 NFL receivers.
ever
That'd be
break
kind of
top
wild. I mean, there's so much potential there. I
Yeah.
need my receivers to get open at like a clip that I can feel comfortable with, and I am
Yes.
uncomfortable
Yeah.
with the amount that he gets open. Matt Harmon does incredible stuff in terms of success rate against man zone and does success by route. There aren't a lot of guys who are putting up those numbers that Coleman is and being successful, and I think putting him in a power slot situation could be,
Best position for him to
he's not going to
succeed
put up like
quickly.
Puka numbers, but like where he can access the middle and be tough and be elusive after
Yep.
the catch, which is an underrated part of his game,
Yep.
might be like this might be the realized version of what people maybe thought Chase Claypool could be
Actually good.
when he went in the
Yeah.
2020 draft, where it was like, okay, he has a lot of, he can play above the rim. He's a tremendous athlete. Like I know,
Right.
I don't care about Coleman's 40. He moves fast enough,
Yep.
right? I'm not as concerned, but like he can do all of those things. So I knew bring up Claypool was a bad idea.
Yeah.
But like I think there's gonna be there's a few teams where I think it could work really well because he blocks
Yeah.
too. It's not like, I mean,
Yeah.
he could probably work in LA, honestly. If they didn't have Puka and Cup who were both blockers, like he could
He
probably
could work
work
out
there.
there.
So
Yeah.
you know,
I think it's going to be a slow burn for him in terms of him uh, realizing his true potential. I think it's just you just gotta, like you said, play him in that big slot, let him work it out there, and then eventually maybe he works out to be a boundary player and he becomes that number one slot. It's the number one wide receiver that we think he has the potential to be based on some of the stuff that he can do. Just it's I think it's just gonna be a slow burn, but again, a lot of these guys you got to put them in the best position for them to
for
succeed
sure.
um, early, right, instead of late,
Yeah.
which happens sometimes, or in some cases they never actually get the run they should get because they fall on the wrong team and get miscast. So I think Coleman will be a slow burn, but once he gets it, man, because he's young too. I think he's
Yeah.
20, so
Yeah.
there's a
That's
lot to grow
for
there,
sure.
right?
For sure. I was gonna throw this out there because I forgot to mention it when the Jets picked him. I have Javon Baker at wide receiver 6. That's probably gonna be a little spicier.
Yeah, a little spike. I understand it.
Yeah,
I understand it.
but
Yeah, for sure.
I had to say
Oh,
that
yeah,
for
put it
sure.
out there.
So
I think I have him
but
at 15, if I'm not
okay.
mistaken.
Yeah, I feel like most people I hear that saying like 12, 13, somewhere in there, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair. I couldn't quit. I'm put it this way, I'm going down with the ship. If it's
Yeah,
if it's not good, well, you know what?
it is what it is.
It happens. But I
Yeah.
think him and Burton, if Burton can be just, I I think a choir boy is a great way to put it. Once he goes into the league, I don't think he's gonna be stopped either. I think him and Burton and Baker, we looked at the values. If
Right.
Burton can keep his head down and be on the right path, like at least just based on, obviously we're taking this from what people are saying about him. We don't know. We don't know.
Yes.
But like people are saying. So yeah, people are saying allegedly that he's got some, maybe just I don't know what I would categorize the issue as. I hate saying character because I don't know anything.
Right.
Attitude is maybe the one to use. I don't know, but it's just that's what people are saying. But if he
attitude, hot head, right?
I saw a play. There was one play of Burton's that's like ringing in my head where he's wide open. QB misses him and he's immediately jumping up in the air, like just cannot believe he wasn't targeted.
Yeah.
So like, but like again, receivers do that. That doesn't. But like, I'm just like, yeah, I get it. I get Milroe started slow and it was tough it was probably tough a little bit at the beginning to be like, man, I'm open. Throw me the ball. Like it's just
got to be patient.
Just
got to deal with it, patience. And that's the guy who he didn't get a lot of run when he was at Georgia. So it's like, damn, I'm back here again, right? And this time it's not necessarily the offense itself. It's the guy throwing the football. It's the guy who's touching the ball every play, just not getting it there. And it's just so for me, Roman Wilson, Ricky Pearsall, and Jermaine Burton, those are the three guys where I think they're gonna light it up. A lot of people are gonna be surprised and they're like, "What? Where the hell did this come from?" It's just those guys just didn't get the run they were supposed to with the teams they played in college, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's hard. There are a lot of outliers where you look at like yards per route run and like some of these guys in the draft. Like it took Brian Thomas obviously is one of them, but my goodness, 17 touchdown season. Like hello. Welcome. Adonai is another one in that category. Leggett, it took a while, but I know Brett Coleman has very much highlighted, Leggett's path at South Carolina and everything he's gone through, and like makes you want to root for him a ton, and like can't wait to see where he lands. Polk's in that category as well as like sub 2 yards per route run. I think Pearsall is too. There's a lot of guys that are well liked in that category. So I'm very intrigued to see how those go. Drew getting a shout out here from the Around the 4-2 guys. So
I appreciate you guys. Yeah, man, putting in this work. I'm ready to take a break. I don't know how long our break will be, but I'm ready to take a break, lay down. But it's gonna be a long day tomorrow, long day Friday and Saturday. We'll kind of play it by ear. What are you doing?
Right now I'm Thursday, Friday at the moment. This is what I'll be doing, and then who knows?
Saturday.
I've kind of saved a lot of these players for some film stuff after they get drafted, and I'm like, God, it could be a lot, but like at the same time, you just every video you put out is a chance that you never know.
You never know. Yeah,
I've kept it to mostly Green Bay after the draft, but now I'm interested to see how it goes with some of these other families. But the last little comment here we'll take a look at. First off, I knew I was getting there. Okay, I was going to end the show that way. Okay, chill, chill. Okay, but Dana says Rook on the Chiefs makes me sad, and that's a good fit. Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that for that.
Yeah,
they didn't get a line, but you get Adonai and Rook, and I think the Chiefs will just figure it out. They're gonna go, lose a few games, probably win another one. What are we gonna
do? Listen, they'll teach their offensive linemen how to hold. Doesn't matter who's out there. It's okay. They got a plan. It's good.
Yeah. So, but they can go get Coleman, still available after 2 rounds in this mock. There'll be some
Patrick
guys.
Paul was out there as well.
Patrick Paul,
although he's gotta get them hands as long as he is. Got to get them hands going.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So real quick as we finish, I want to ask you 2 things. One is obviously where they can find your work and all that stuff here to close out the show, and the other is just a preview tomorrow. What's the wildest thing you think we see tomorrow night? I know that's one that's tough to think about. You can think about it maybe if you want to answer the first one first to figure out where to find all your stuff and just kind of think in the back of your mind what could happen. But yeah, those are love to finish on that.
Let me go with the easy one.
Sure.
Find me CPGM Drew, CPGM Juice, CPGM Headley over at Couch Potato General Manager. It's got the little green circle, little cute avatar that we got going on over there. And let me pull up the Twitter because I don't know my own Twitter.
Will be in the description, of course, for the folks.
Yes. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
My Twitter is, you can just type in CPGM Drew if that's easy, but it's at S1RD, R3W, and then you can find the CPGM Twitter if this stops scrolling. You can type in Couch Potato General Manager or CPGM NFL Draft. I would give Headley's and Drew's away, but Headley's and Juice away, but I'm too lazy. You can type CPGM Headley or CPGM Juice. Find those guys.
They'll all be
and all in there.
Yep.
The craziest thing that could happen.
We could go up here to the first round if there's something that stands out. But, I don't know.
The craziest thing that would happen to me, and maybe it's not that crazy, would be that Marvin Harrison is the third receiver taken between the three. I think that would be the wildest thing to me. I don't see it. I understand why someone would have Malik Neighbors number one. I can't do it, but I get it. But to be the third one off the board, to me,
I could do it.
You could do it.
That out there. I could do it. I can see the path. But yeah, no, Marvin's incredible. I'll say that, like, I have all three in the top 5 because, like, Rome, I'm sorry, man. It stinks. If you were in last year's class playing at this level, you would have gone 20 picks before everybody. Like, it just wouldn't even be close. But I think we got to. Oh, darn it. I didn't think about this question earlier. Do you think Harrison, Neighbors, Odunze is at the level or maybe even better than Chase, Waddle, Smith? I didn't mean to throw another question on you before we finish.
Good.
But you did say Marvin going third. So
I figured that's what you was going to ask me. I think as a group, I think this group is better. And it's hard because I've already seen the other three in the league, so it's a little, it might be a little bit of that in there. But yeah, I would say this group is better as a whole.
Yeah, I know I ranked Smith at 1, which, whatever, it happens. I went Smith, Chase, Waddle, but I think if you go back to, like, and if you're putting Chase at 1, I think you put Marvin at 1 of the 6, and I think Chase and Neighbors are neck and neck. Maybe you give Chase the edge, but I think you slot Neighbors in at 3. Might be able to slot Roman at 4, possibly, and I think that's
possibly
where I think I agree that this trio. I hope all three are good. The percentages don't agree, but I think the outliers are once those three are off the board, the outliers start to pour in. That kind of mentioned earlier, right? With like Thomas and Adonai and Worthy and Franklin are very small, very thin, and you have the Polk bursting on the scene late, Leggett burst. So, like, I don't know. They seem like the sure things, but it's there never is one. So
there never is one. But like you said, when that tier breaks after those the top 3, you can. If the rest of those guys don't work out, you understand. You kind of know why they didn't, right? Outside of them going to the wrong football team, but you can understand why. But this top 3, I don't see it, man. Barring injury, I can't see none.
I think injury is the thing. I think genuinely from the top 3, I think you could ski down to the next tier. Genuinely, just because I think all of the questions you have to ask for the rest of depending on who you're putting in the next tier and whatnot, I think you have to ski down to it.
Yep,
it's a long way down.
You're
gonna be wanting so a power bar, some energy after you ski down that thing.
Ski down to get down there
to the tier.
Yes.
So but Harrison third, I could see it because maybe Arizona, maybe Monty was in looking at some of these people saying Rome might be Larry Fitz again, and just like they threw that comp out there, and they go, oh yeah, you okay,
yeah.
And then Herbert, I know, has connection with Neighbors' family,
Okay.
So that's maybe the way that it happens. But I do think I think that's still absolutely nuts to not have him go even second. But I like it. I think the one I would say is what could be really shocking. I think the Patriots trading out of 3 with Vegas, because after all of this, May is the pick at 2, and New England doesn't want to take Daniels at 3, and the Raiders do. And that interest has been there the whole time.
The whole time. Probably got a package waiting, ready to go. They're probably waiting just to see.
I'm sure that they've had talks about it. Yeah. I'm sure that New England and the Raiders have talked about it, because I know somebody mentioned it. Pelissero might have mentioned it, that the Raiders have talked to Washington. So, I mean, it's for Jaden.
Hey.
It is. Pierce recruited him. Like,
that's his guy.
Yeah. So I think that's your possibility. I know Dana says, who do you see trading up out of left field? I think we did it. It's right here.
I think we did.
I think it's the Rams.
Yeah.
I do think it's the Rams. They go up and get Alt or Fashanu or Thomas or Rome. Like, I don't think they'll be shy at all. You know what they've said over there about those picks. I'm not going to say what they say about them, but you know what they say about them. Listen, they're not concerned. They're concerned about going to win again, and like, one of those 4 puts you over the top. Like,
they're gonna go get them. Yeah, that's a team that's just willing to put whatever they got to do on the line to and they, that's a team that I was wondering last year, like, what do they look like when they're drafting? Because they we haven't seen them draft in the top half in forever, right? Just giving away every season, right? And last year I think they did a really good job, and this year, they might be that team that says the hell with it. Hey, let's give it all away. Let's go get a guy that we want. Guy fell, or team's willing to trade with what? I think it's the Rams. That's actually
Sean McVay has never made a first round pick. Not that he makes them as the GM, but he's never been there for one. So we have no idea how they handle first round picks around here anymore. They traded so many for what? For to go get Goff, to get Jalen Ramsey. There was a third one, and I can't remember what it was. Vaughn didn't cost a first, right? It was like day 2 picks, I thought.
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
I mean, obviously they gave it up for Stafford too, so that's part of it.
That's it. Yeah.
So
everybody values them differently. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. They might be the team that falls it for some other team. Like, no, and just
Yeah. I got one more, I think.
All right.
It's Kansas City, but it's for a tackle. It's not for a receiver. So not for receiver, for tackle instead. Like, they go up and they get Mims, or they get Guyton, or they get
run
Latham.
Starts.
Yeah, wherever, like, if they're like, we're going to go finish the run. If the Rams, Rams, again, using them as the example of, like, move up, move out, either way. But, like, they could go up to 19, wouldn't be shocked, go get a tackle before Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Maybe it's Mims. And, like, everybody's going to be thinking it's for a receiver. Probably. Well, I think a lot of them will think it's for a receiver.
It's for a receiver, yeah.
But it's I could easily see them going up to get a tackle, because they know down here, right? I mean, look how we did down here. It was kind of like, do you want to take Jordan Morgan here? Do you want to take Kingsley? Maybe you don't.
It's like that tier is dropped off, and now you're like, damn, do I want to? Because again, it's not just about picking the need. It's like, what's the value here? Is this even worth it? Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Drew, we're almost there. It's gonna be
tomorrow's gonna be a long day.
it is. It is.
I know, and I'm it's gonna be fun though.
Oh, it really is. Thanks so much, obviously, for dropping by for a pretty long stream, of course. But yeah, we kind of breezed through that 2-round mock pretty good, actually. I think we did a good job. So that was great. But yeah, I always appreciate you making the time, because I know it's draft week. It's busy, right? Like, this is draft night week, before, like,
listen, anytime, just let me know, make some time, and we'll get it figured out. Absolutely.
would love to do this again after the draft. Take a look at some
Oh
stuff
yeah.
if you're available. If all the
Yeah.
guys are available. I have this brilliant idea of bringing on a bigger group and adding maybe the guys that have been in the comments there for Pittsburgh for a little long chat. I think would be a lot of fun. But yeah, I hope we get to do this again really soon.
Yeah. I'm down.
Thank you, and thanks to the chat for contributing and not being too hard on Drew for his picks for Green Bay. So
I appreciate you. Save some of that energy for tomorrow, whether it be excitement, disappointment.
Yeah,
because there'll probably be some mix. Well, maybe not tomorrow. Maybe it's usually the second, third rounds kind of where.
Yeah. Save your energy when the pick is Junior Colson at 25 tomorrow night, okay? save that energy, okay? Just remember, Drew got the pick right. He didn't say where. It's okay.
Where?
But,
listen,
I'm on
turn the draft off and go to bed, right? When that happens. And think about it tomorrow when you wake up.
Yeah, could be. All right. We'll jump out of here, guys. Merry Draftmas to everybody. Merry Draftmas Eve.
Yes.
Get some sleep. I won't, but get some sleep. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. If you got multiple screens and you're just kind of chilling and you've had enough of NFL Network and ESPN, no disrespect, but if you've kind of you don't want commercials,
all right.
The CPGM guys, I'll put the link down there. Obviously, it'll be down there, and you want to open 2 streams, this one and theirs. Promise you're gonna get a ton of info. You really will, and won't be a dull moment. We're not going to, a commercial about, who knows what, about the NBA finals or the NHL playoffs. We won't be doing any of that.
MLB, none of that. We'll be here all day talking about these picks and answering questions and going back and forth, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. That'll do it. Thank you guys again so much. Maybe hit that thumbs up on the way out if you could, of course. And one more sleep. Good night, everyone. Hopefully, at least one of us will see you tomorrow.